Hello, welcome back to another stream of Higurashi When They Cry. Yes, chapter 1, act 1, um, Onikakushi? I'm not sure how to pronounce that one. It's the first one. Hooray! Let me just switch back the music here to the original. And halfway through, I'll switch back to the newest one. I think I'm going to be doing that from now on because both seem fine. What else? You know what? Let me do a quick um reminder of what we went through, of where we are up to now. So we are Keiichi, a guy who moved to Inamazawa, a small rural town. Here there is only really one school. Well, in the village there's one school where half the people go to, but there's only a single class where all people of the same age go to. Half of the other children of the village go to a town, to a school, to a town which is far away. So, you know, some opt to go here. We have only been here for a month. So we have 4 friends currently, all girls, as visual novels do. Rika, uh, Rena, Neon, and Satonako, I think. Neon being, I think, a year older than us and kind of laid back, maybe a bit pervy. Rena being the same age and clearly the love interest, clearly crushing the main character, who's more of a girly girl, as in has strong interests into stuff that are cute, cooking and stuff like sewing, stuff like that. Um, Also kind of naive, but maybe not. This gets easily flustered, but has an active imagination. Really likes cute stuff. The point that she's going to essentially garbage dump to find cute stuff there. Rika, who's kind of a few years younger, and seems just kind of the mature kid that's somewhat cold, but not like someone cold and proper, but can still do some mischief. And Satonako, which is, I guess, the gremlin. The gremlin that describes it well. The gremlin. And currently, all that we have here for story wise is that we are being good friends with everyone, and we have found that a long time ago there used to be a dam that was supposed to be built here. People protested and it got cancelled. It's possible in the future that they will try to start building the dam again. However, during all of this, or sometimes before, after, I'm not sure, the foreman of the dam got murdered by the other people working on the dam and dismembered, and his body pieces were hidden all around. 4 of the people who did it confessed and got jailed. One of them never got found, nor the body part he dismembered and hid. And it seems like nobody really in the village wants to talk about that. Main character has kind of brought it up, like, "Hey, didn't something big happen a few years ago?" And they'll be like, "Ah, yes, the dam protest. We're very proud of that." Nothing else that's kind of more creepy. And Rena kind of just went flat face, like, "No." And Neon also kind of did the same, but less creepily. Rena almost went whole out of character, like, no, robotic. While Neon more went, how do I say this? Did more of a polite, No, let's just end it there. Anyway, that's about it. Let's go to the latest chapter I have here. Thought I finished chapter 4. I guess I didn't. We also viewed all the tips, so let's continue. As we starting chapter 4. The function of this school as an educational facility is very questionable. Our PE class is exceptionally disorganized. The only thing we do together are the warm-ups at the start. The teacher isn't even there after that. All we do is play together. I mean, as long as you're, I guess, doing physical activity, he kinda does its thing. Mostly. No helping it, everyone's a different age and gender. The only rule was that we have to stay at school grounds while exercising. All the little kids were gallivanting around. Well, they certainly are being active. They might be getting plenty of exercise. The Board of Education probably completely forgot about this school. But to keep you waiting, we're all together now. That's what shall we do today for PE? Let me check this. Alright. We all have our members gathered now. Now then, class representative, what shall we do for PE today? What shall we do? Oh yeah, she repeats herself at the end. Mion harumphed and crossed her arms haughtily, surveying the area. I'll be honest, I'm not the big fan of the bloomers and shirt look that a lot of animes have for the children, for the school children. I guess it's what Japan actually did, but please give them pants. Explosive power and endurance. There are no friends in the world of sports. Everyone is a rival. The only thing you can trust is your own body. What the heck do you mean by that? You really read too much manga. I quipped without missing a beat. And so, we'll be taking a lesson from history. The tired and true king of all outdoor melee events, let's play tag. Hooray! It's quite the adorable choice to make after playing it up so much. That's what I was hoping for! The Thunderhead Keiichi shall be the first one to be it. I won't be beaten. I'll try my best, too. You can't beat me. Let me just see. I didn't see Rena here. Why are you guys all so into it? The third rule of our society. You must partake in the game, enjoying it without question. Then, this counts as a club activity? Everyone smirked at each other. They all seemed pretty confident. I'm a man. Basically, I should be able to keep up with any girl of my own age. I mean, I'm not sure that's really the case. But sure, bro. Regardless, Mion and Tanako looked like they were aiming for victory, and Rena was looking at me as if pitying my disadvantage. Fine, tag. I'm in! A yell echoed across the school grounds. These were the rules. Anyone was able to evade being tagged before the bell was a winner. But we didn't switch who was it. Ones who were tagged by it also became it. So the number of people who were it could increase exponentially. The end game would become a hellish siege. We call this version zombie tag, you see. Yep, checks out. I see, infected by a zombie turns into a zombie. I think that's a somewhat standard variant. Why do you make it sound so scary? I wonder. As soon as I catch Rena, I'm gonna tear out her entrails while she's still alive. Gross, Keiichi-kan, that's gross. Rika-chan placed her hand on top of Rena's head as she panicked. Don't worry, before Keiichi gobbles you down, I'll eat you up gently. Okay, that's innuendo. Rika, that isn't comforting at all. Both Mion and I know that deeply. So the first it, how do you decide who's the zombie? Rock, paper, scissors? Well, it's class time after all. Let's decide by answering questions. I'll ask the questions and the one who isn't able to answer is the zombie. I have no idea which grade level they're coming from. What does the Japanese word roku mean? Huh? I was bewildered by the sudden question. Mion repeated it. So, you need to answer. What's roku in English? I have no idea. It's 6. How about Kutsushita? Socks. What's the third last letter in the alphabet? It's X. What does seibetsu mean? Of course I know that. What that is? It's... Satoko cut herself off before finishing the answer. I see. It's quite a lewd question. You're an adult, aren't you? Of course you know what it is, right? I certainly do. Of course I know. And go ahead and say it. That, you know, that. What does that mean exactly? Oh, Satoko looks like she's in trouble. How cute. Don't take her home. It's a crime. If I didn't nip it in her bud, she really might have tried to take her home. Yeah, that happened a few times. Mion's pursuit was relentless, making Satoko stammer. Now then, go ahead and say it, nice and loudly. What does that mean? I do know, I do know, I do know. That means a previously indicated person, thing, or event. Huh? Ah. I was a bit surprised by Rika-chan's unexpected answer. I see. Well, it certainly is what that means. That could have been awkward. Wonder what I would have done in Satoko's position. I'd probably get ticked off and just blurt out, you know what, out the top of my head lungs. I wouldn't want you as my enemy, Mion Sonozaki. Thank goodness you were born a girl. If you were a boy, you'd probably be a perverted asshole. It appears I have no choice. Unfortunately, I, Satoko Hojo, shall assume the role of zombie. I shall eat everyone. Seems like she's rearing to go. All I must do is count to 100, correct? Some just skip numbers for counting to 100. So you can start chasing after you solve this problem. Whoa, Kate, you can give her a simple one, okay? 1/5 of a cake, 1/6 of a cake, 1/7 of a cake. Of a cake are all on one plate. Oh no! There are no common denominators! Satoko grabbed a stick in panic and began drawing the cake in the fractions on the ground. If Satoko could eat one cake in 60 seconds, eats all of them. How many cakes are left on the plate? Just as I finished giving the word problem, Mion shouted. Ready, go! Ooh, the music. On Mion's signal, everybody but Satoko scattered. Hehe, Keiichi-kun. That wasn't a problem at all, was it? Satoko had already lost the moment she started working it out. She's eating it all, so of course there's nothing left on the plate. Ern dashed off in a direction they thought was best. Knowing the lay of the land, they probably headed right to the best spots. It was obvious I was at a disadvantage. At a time like this, I would have it would have been more effective to go along with those trained in survival skills. Like Mion, for example. The fact that I didn't realize it at the start of the game probably hurt my chances. Glancing back over the school grounds, I saw Satoko just rising up to start. She was really mad. Mwahaha! She got tripped up on such a dumb question. I stood at one of the corners of the school. I had clear sightlines in two directions and would probably have a good response time if any zombies started closing in. For the time being, I caught my breath and focused on what I was trained to think during club activities yesterday. Now think calmly, Keiichi Mebara. If I was it, what would I do? Increasing my numbers would be the shortcut to victory. Then going after the weakest player first is the obvious plan of attack. Meaning, me. Now then, where could Keiichi-san possibly be? I shan't let you escape. But of course, what would be the best method to track me down? Footprints or smell? Or maybe a type of trail? If I could craftily hide my tracks, then there would be no trail for Satoko to follow. I mean, there's enough grass here. Just running through the grass instead of the ground should leave no footprints. And if there's other children around, there's also probably too much difficulty finding that. Seems closer to hide and seek and then tag, I guess. But as no detective, would I be able to do that kind of thing in an amateur game like this? Tomitao Kamura, have you seen Keiichi-san recently? What the heck? Zombies hunt their prey by asking nicely where they went? Tomitao Kamura pointed to the location I was hiding. To confirming she was heading in this direction, I abandoned my position. It wasn't easy to hide myself with all those little kids running around as they pleased. It was becoming even more obvious that I was at a disadvantage from not being familiar with the surroundings. That's how it's going to be. And to confront this intelligence-gathering zombie, I just countered it in a similar vein. Brought some girls playing with a ball. I'm sorry, but could you write this message? Tell Satoko Hoji that her parents are at the gate, please. Message, Okay. I stopped the girls as they turned off to run off. Wait, don't go yet. I'll take this one to Mion Sonozaki. Tell the teacher is calling her to the gate. Mwah, I'm quite a schemer, if I do say so myself. If things went well, then Satonako and Mion would run into each other at the gate. That would put me at a disadvantage if more people were it, but this was Mion we were talking about. She'd figure out a way to escape. But that was just fine. As long as it bought me more time. Mwah, dance for me, Mion and Satoko. In the palm of my hand. Having my fill of playing the con man, I looked for a place to hide. If you think about it logically, I'd only brought myself a scant amount of time. And it might even come back to bite me. Once it became apparent, I'd started spreading false information throughout messengers. I could end up being the recipient of one of those messages. Satoko would probably ask the messengers to help her look for me. That would mean there would be more zombies than participants in the game. The virus that was brought about by mischief could become an epidemic. All my classmates would transform into zombies and would only be searching for me. This tactic might backfire horribly. While trembling at the thought of the impending dawn of the dead, I began searching for a safe house. Found a shed by the incinerator behind the school. For climbing up to the roof, I held my breath. It wasn't a bad place to hold out. Not only did I have a good line of sight, but if necessary, I could jump off in 3 different directions to escape. It was getting rowdy down here. The lower grades were running around below the shed. Ebara-san isn't around. Is he over there? Nope. Where's Keiichi-san, I wonder? His dad is at the front gate. That was definitely a lie. The word gate, the same one as I'd used, gave me a hint of revenge. So Mion was behind us. Was still keeping one step ahead of the game. Felt bad for my underclassmen, but they'd have to search until the school bell. Hey, do you know where Keiichi-san is at? His mom suddenly got really sick. A message from Mabara-san. They said his house got fire and he needs to come to the gate. A jumbo jet fell on top of Mabara residence. The police have come to question him. Anything goes now. They say he enjoys peeping in the bathrooms. Ah? Is it true that he's going around every night stealing panties? Who were they talking about? I heard he keeps panties on his head and smells them and stuff. No way I would do that. I heard that class representative Mion was a victim too. What? Ah! That was your doing, Mion. Calm down, Keiichi Maebara. This Mion's battle tactic is to flush me out. Just hold on. My underclassmen thought about it logically, they would know it's all nonsense. But small kids don't think about things logically. For them, all those things were true, so they all chuckled together while looking for me. Hehehe. I win, Mion. It's my victory. Wiping unrelenting tears away, I felt intoxicated by my own victory. Yeah, you're about to get snuck up on. Did you hear? I heard that the new transfer student Maebara is a really perverted person. Yeah. The cost of beating Mion at too high a price. Oh, someone passed below. That's Rena and Rika-chan? Rika-chan, you still okay? I'm getting by somehow. It seems Mi-chan is it as well. Mion? Couldn't be. Did you become it because of my little strategy? That confirmed that Mion was behind the retinous message wall. Feels like this is a trap. Like, they're going around pretending they're being chased and trying to flush out Keiichi, him coming out being like, come here, I have a great spot. Then, this wasn't good. We finally got away from Mi-chan, but Satoko is searching around the pipes, so we should be safe here for a while. Upon hearing that, I breathed a sigh of relief. While Rena was slumped on the ground, breathing heavily, Rika-chan had started creeping up to her. Rika-chan doesn't normally make noise when she walks, but it's strange. It couldn't be. Whoa! Rika-chan? What is it? What is it? Huh? Don't worry. I had never seen Rika-chan smile so creepily before. Why are you coming closer? Why? Rika-chan isn't a zombie, is she? Don't be scared. It will be sure to eat you gently. I'll be sure. No way! Rika-chan, no, eek! Ren was pressed against the wall and Rika-chan lurched forward with both arms just like a zombie. Rena quaked with her back pushed up against the wall. It was quite a surreal scene of horror. Like one of those zombie breakout videos you'd see. At that moment, Rena's eyes met mine. Keiichi couldn't save me! Zombie Rika-chan turned 180 degrees exorcist style and glared at me. Found him! I see Keiichi-chan! Mion popped up from behind the cinder block wall around the garbage dump, also seeing where I was. The position was only advantageous when there was one zombie. Being surrounded was no good. You said you located Keiichi-san? I could tell that Satoko was rushing my way. It seemed that Rika-chan had let Rena escape, and now she was baring her fangs in my direction. Ugh. Come on down, Keiichi-chan. Keiichi-chan. 3 zombies circled the shed, moaning curses. You guys are scary. Too scary. I wonder how Keiichi-san's guts taste. Keiichi-san. Keiichi, I want you to become one of us. Somebody please save me. I saw Rena apologize to me from across the schoolyard. An apology. Sorry. Leaving me for dead. Rena! I leapt off the roof in fear, slipping as I landed. Satoko and Rika jumped on top of me after straddling me. They tickled me all over my body. Stop! Go! So, this means Rena is still left. There isn't much time until the bell. Damn you, Rena! How dare you leave me for that? The feeling of a zombie. Understand how vengeful goes with lingering regrets felt. It's sad, so sad. But Keiichi's one of us now. It felt like I'd been bitten by a vampire, was now one of their thralls. It was a strange feeling being welcomed over to the side that had pursued me. Zombie talk is quite profound. This is no time to postulate. We must capture Rena-san. The visible is walking down the hall. The bell will ring soon. To devour Rena, I, who had been turned into a demon of vengeance, needed to use any means necessary. Except I was just a zombie. I was a master of the night, a vampire. With the same trick that had tightened the noose around my neck, I used my classmates to further my evil designs. I got up the lower grades from around the school grounds. Everyone, listen! Rena's in big trouble! All of you, please look for Rena! It's a bigger problem than a jumbo jet crashing into a family house? Oh yeah, it had turned into that, hadn't it? Mion whistled nonchalantly, trying to avoid the blame. Yeah, it's in the same league as jumbo jets. What fell on Rena's house was a space colony! A space colony? Yes, it's a really big disaster. Everything in a 100-kilometer radius was obliterated. But that's only the prelude to the tragic tale. It's the beginning of the start of a war for independence by the propagandapality of Zeon. The lower grades were dumbfounded, their eyes like saucers, the grand turn of events. What will happen? Will the Terran Federation lose? If things go on like this, they will. Only one person can defeat the Red Comet. The person is Rena Ryugu. The lower grade students all gulped. It seemed I'd made them fully understand that the fight for Earth was lost without Rena. Now, scatter, comrades! We must find Rena! My comrades in the lower grades all left out an enthusiastic cheer and dashed off in various directions around the school grounds. Huh? There was still one person who hadn't gone. But apart in the Terran Federation's impulse wave diffusal cannon didn't work on the Comet Empire. You're close. That's the white variety of those comets. The reason it didn't work was because they don't know the weak point. Of course, Rena knows their weak points all too well. Ryuga-san is amazing. Satisfied with that, she also rushed off looking for Rena. Oh, what's it called? Chim? I can't believe I forgot that. Chumbu? No, I'm saying that wrong and I can't remember now. I'm gonna embarrass myself. It does seem like there are some promising up-and-comers among the youngsters. Little Kei-chan's abilities. This old man knows them better now. It really did feel like she was complimenting me, but whatever. It really didn't feel like. Really though, how exceptional, Keiichi-san. This looks promising. If we have this many, we can win. With this many, we will win. I was thinking that Keiichi would have been a better nominee for the initial zombie. Rika-chan's words stung a bit, but I'd let it slide for now. But even Rena would be able to escape the entire class. As a result of everyone's tourist search, Rena was finally cornered in the back of the sports equipment shed. You're all scary! Keiichi-kun too! That's so scary! It probably was scary being chased around by an entire student body. All the lower grades closed in on Rena, saying she was the only one who could save the world. What are you all saying? I can't control a mech! Rena, how could you leave me for that? Are you ready to pay for it? I'm sorry about that, Keiichi-kun, but I didn't have a choice. Do not resist. Let yourself be devoured. Let's all be together. Now, Rena, say your prayers. Rena had stumbled onto a mat, trembling with tears in her eyes. I closed them. Associating this situation with a similar, particularly immoral one, made my pulse quicken just a little bit. Satoko and Rika-chan were wiggling their fingers. They probably wanted to tickle Rena. Rena wanting no part of what she knew was about to happen when stiff with fear. And Belle. Keiichi-kun, you wouldn't do mean things like everyone else, would you? Would you? I wonder. Oh. Now then, are you ready? Oh, she's about to punch everyone. Okay, so long as it's Keiichi-kun. The face she made as she resigned herself to her fate made my heart skip a beat. I believe that Keiichi-kun won't do horrible things to me. Body won't move. That had to be some kind of anti-zombie mantra. The second my sense of reason chimed in, the beast inside me died instantly. That was the bell. Game over. Yay! I did it. Survived. Yay, yay. Rena pranced around merrily as if a curse had been broken. Yeah. So daylight broke in the nick of time, an evil zombie army disintegrated into dust. And so the heroine survived. Well, that's how it goes in the movies anyway. What are you prostrating about? This is all because Keiichi-kun was dawdling about. I mean, you guys could have jumped it in. Punishment is required. Was subdued by Satoko and Rika-chan, once again sentenced to death by 100 tickles. Forgive me. There, your award for surviving goes to Rena Ryuga and Mion Sonozaki. Yay! Wait a second. Huh? Michan wasn't a zombie? Only pretending to be one. They say you need to deceive your allies before you can deceive the enemy, you know? Oh, Mion, you little... Yeah. Hurry up and change, alright? I'll be late for next class. Let go of me, Satoko, Rika-chan. Ah! I had my fill of being terrified. To my very core, by club activities, I solemnly swore I would have Mion crying for mercy next time. How did Mion manage to trick everyone? I guess Satoko already got Rika, and after that, it was unclear which of them got Mion, so they both assumed the other did. Okay, that was a fun time. I don't really like PE uniforms in Japan, but this would be much more cringe than it was, but that was very fun. I love the playground shenanigans, very realistic, I'd say. After arriving home, I quickly made preparations to head out once again. But okay, not actually realistic. I doubt any playground would get that crazy. But the spirit of the playground was there, what I say. After arriving home, I quickly made preparations to head out once again. Had agreed to meet with Rena to dig Colonel Sanders out of the mountain of treasures from before. Mom, do I have work gloves? I need towels too. Aren't they in the shed out back? Towels are by the sink. Alright, now I was set all ready. Looking at me, my mom stared quizzically. What's going on, Keiichi? Where are you headed to in that getup? If they come to dump illegally, he'll be buried completely, and it will be impossible to dig him out. And if that happens, Rena will undoubtedly go after Colonel Sanders in front of the fried chicken place in town. A bit of excavating. So my classmate does become a criminal. Well, don't be out too late. Mom returned to the kitchen with a puzzled expression still on her face. Tugging through the woods as a shortcut to the dam side, I ran into someone. Ah, it's him again. Did I ever see his old version sprites? That is the wrong button. Let me return that. Damn. Still very funny. Bro looks... The muscles look way more pronounced in the newest version. Here he just looks... How do I say this? More normal? He almost looks bodybuilder-ish in the newest version, while here he looks like fit, so to say. That's Tomitake-san. Wrong button. Probably taking pictures of wild birds again. With that precious camera of his. Couldn't be that all he took pictures of was handsome young men in the twilight. Hey, long time no see. Keiichi-kun, right? My due regards. I expelled the rude imagery from my head and greeted him with, without inciting anything. By the way, was that girl an acquaintance of yours? Was probably talking about Rena. I'm guessing by the way Tomitake was shaking up. What was that all about? She was walking around with a bared hatchet. And she was laughing with a huge smile across her face. That was Rena without doubt. I expected she was grinning in the anticipation of taking Colonel Sanders home. I hid myself because I thought it might be dangerous. Do I call the cops to be safe? Well, it certainly would be quite a spectacle for a girl her age to be roaming around with a hatchet. Tomitake's reaction was the epitome of logical. It's fine, it's fine. Just leave her be. She's just wandering around looking for more victims. Tomitake was alarmed by my crass response. Well, it's probably hard for normal people to understand Rena. I'll just toss out a bunch of baloney. If you were to be killed out here, you'd probably be the one to do it. Try not to snoop too much around here. With a condescending smirk, I stared off in the direction of the dam site where Rena was waiting. Before I got too far, Tomitake abruptly called me out to me. Keiichi-kun, that meant to be a warning for an outsider like me? I didn't mean that seriously. They tried to make it obvious, but... I'll try my best to be careful. Leaving only those words behind, Tomitake-san turned around and left. I didn't really mean to call him an outsider. Wasn't really implying anything when I said that. It was only meant to be a joke. It felt like I said something bad. Keiichi-kun! I was waiting for you. Let's try our best today. Understand what Tomitake was trying to say. Somebody gallivanting about while wearing a hatchet around certainly would seem dangerous. You should put a cover on the hatchet when you have it in public. It's not good to carry it out in open like that. Seems like I lost it, so there isn't one. Seems that I lost it, so there isn't one. Think about it, there really was no need to try to keep up appearances. Everyone in Hinamizawa probably already knew about Rena's eccentricities. She's probably the only person who could carry a hatchet around Hinamizawa and not be considered suspicious. Ah well. Let's finish this today. If we bust through the last beam, we should be able to pull him out. I got everything I need. Leave it to me. Okay. Took the axe from Rena and made my way up to the unstable slope. Just wait, Colonel Sanders. Keiichi-kun will save you. Alright, get back. I'll finish this in one go. A solid whack ran out Hinamizawa, as if the job was being done by a lumberjack. How is it? Think you can do it? If it looked so too hard, you don't have to strain yourself. If I can break through this, then we'll be good. I have plenty of power today. I can do it. But this adversary was more formidable than I expected. First of all, I'd never used a hatchet before. During our school tramping trip, I wanted to split the wood, but I lost at rock, paper, scissors and wasn't able to do it. Because the spot where I was standing was so unstable, I soon became tired and decided to take a break. How big is the beam for that? I mean, not to complain, but a single beam of wood with a axe shouldn't be a problem? Well, I mean, it might take some time, but can't see taking longer than like 20-30 minutes. Guess it depends if it's like hardwood or something, but still. Or if you're going against the grain or not. Probably against it, considering it's how the beam would be set up. Still, even that, it probably shouldn't take that long. The first place, you could probably just like put like another piece of wood or something like below the beam and use it as a lever to move it. Okay, another bot advertising viewers. AI viewers. Dreamboo.com. And banned. Oh no. Twitch. Oh, Twitch. I think I might have missed that. Let me see. Rena was already spread out the top and laid down some tea and sweets. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm almost there. I'll make sure Rena can give Colonel Sanders a good night kiss tonight. Yeah. Thanks. Colonel Sanders, a good night kiss. Oh. What do you think of it, Rena? You're a transfer student too, right? Where did you live before? Asked her nonchalantly while drinking tea. I had thought she'd lived here all her life. Huh? In Kanto. It wasn't as rural as it was out here, but it was still out in the countryside. Why did you move here? Hinamizawa, I mean. You know, this is pretty far out in the boonies. Why did you move here? Does it have to do with your dad's work? Dad said he wanted to relocate his studio. He'd been saying that for a while, that somewhere deep in the mountains like this would be perfect. Studio? Is your father an artist or something? He paints scenery. So it seems that twice a year he opens a gallery for the stuff he does. When he started, his works were displayed in an industry plaza in Tokyo, but now they're exhibited in the Mekuhari Mess. He's determined to have them displayed in the Waterfront International Exhibit Hall. That's amazing! Let me see them next time. I was too embarrassed to tell her that I didn't really know what kind of pictures my father painted. Well, eventually I would pick myself up while giving some vague answers. But you transferred in the middle of the semester, didn't you? Wasn't that a hassle? Not really. I was getting bored of the city anyways. I was trying to get answers from Minna, but I ended up being the one giving out answers. A bit of a wry smile on my face, I grabbed the handle of the hatchet, headed back to the worksite. Air grew colder as the sun slowly set. Higurashi began their song, as if to tell me to stop and head home for the day. Just a bit more. Today, I would end it. When I first started, I chatted with Rena as I worked, but now I don't have that luxury. Ugh! You little... Damn it! I had swung the hatchet countless times, just like this. Contact, shards of wood splinter. The assailants butchered the victim with hatchets and pickaxes. Called it passage from the tabloid. One hit with something like this would smash someone's head in. Axes and pickaxes are not meant to be swung at people, ever. Last swing, the beam cracked. I mean, if you're a barbarian with a battle axe fighting against the enemy soldiers, of course, that is different. I don't know why I went there. I guess I have D&D on my brain. Well, I guess barbarians with axes are very common in fantasy, so not just D&D, but never mind. The way I put behind the hatchet was not only split through the beam, but smashed the statue's shoulders as well. Oh no, the arm came off with a sickening sound. Clattered down noisily, stopping at my feet. Ah. What's the matter? Are you hurt? Sorry. The figure's arm. I broke it off. Oh, that's all. I thought Keiichi could hurt himself. Bobby had a really guilty look on my face. Rena said that without a hint of dismay as she smiled. We just need to tape it back on, put a coat over him, and nobody will be able to notice. I see. Let's pull him out then. Can you get that side? Okay. They still haven't found one of the arms. I laughed dryly at how pathetic it was what I was for considering the arm flopping down and rolling to my feet to be such a bad omen. Both Rena and Mion knew how sickening that incident was, so they pretended they didn't know. I'd looked it up by myself, and shamefully enough, I was scared. You're pathetic. You're pathetic, Keiichi, my bearer. Alright, Rena. Let's do this. One go. Ready and... Whoa! We did it, Keiichi-kun. Yay! That's right. That's right. Time to give 3 cheers. The moment of 2 days of work bearing fruit. He who was brought to Hinamizawa covered in filth to meet his end. Instead, we were able to bring him back. Pretty lucky, Colonel Sanders. Your new master is a pretty decent person. Wow, Colonel Sanders, he really is cute. It didn't matter that he was dirty. Rena nuzzled him cheerfully with her cheek. I was dead tired, but seeing Rena's happy face made it all worth it. I'll help you carry it back. It'd be bad if it gets dark. Yeah, right. I really want to thank you, Keiichi-kun. I won't forget this. I'll think real hard about how you can repay me. Whoa, I wonder what kind of repayment. I wonder. For now, I just held back my evil cackle. We're ready to take it to her house, but we couldn't go like this. We rolled the statue up in a top and lifted him. And so Jack and Jill went down the hill, carrying a human-sized bag and an unsheathed hatchet. Pray that we wouldn't run into Tomitake-san. If he saw us here and took a picture, we'd need to get rid of him. Lol. Is that meant to be a warning for an outsider like me? Something struck me as odd about the words Tomitake-san, unable to grasp my sense of humor I had left behind. Higurashi when they cry. What kind of name is Rena? That was a long chapter. Let's see the new tip. Rena's not here. Do you know where she is, Keiichi? Huh? She was just here, there actually. Hey, Mion. Where did Rena go? Rena? Didn't she go to the washroom? She did say she's been having bowel troubles lately. I hadn't heard anything about that. Satoko, do you know where Rena went? Rena's-san, you said? I just passed her in the hallway. Rena-san had class duties today, so she's off to water the flower bed. Ah, it was Rena's turn for class duty. Sounds like a drag. Rena. On hearing it repeated, a thought came to mind. It's rude to say this about someone's name, but it was a weird one. It's like a foreigner's name. What kind of name is Rena, I wonder? What kind of kanji does her name use? Rena is her nickname. She has a proper name as well. What, really? I was sure Rena Ryugu was her actual name. Well, I can understand you making the mistake since we only call her Rena-san. She even signs her name as Rena. It's like, it's her real name in school. Wonder what her real name is. Let's ask her when she comes back. Satoko and Rika-chan looked at each other. You don't need to ask her. We'll tell you what it is. It's the Rei from Ore and the Na from Nara. Her name is Reina Ryugu. Reina? Doesn't seem like that big of a, what's it called, abbreviation. So it's read out as Rena instead of Reina? That's a pretty interesting reading. No, that's not it. Reina is the correct way. Rena-san has told us that she wanted us to call her Rena. So we call her Rena-san. Kei-chan. Rena is Rena, you know? Only strangers call her Reina. You get where this is going? I understood what Mion was saying. It didn't matter what her real name was, only what names we use between us. Rena Ryugu is Rena. She's nobody other than that. So I was thinking, if I had a nickname, would you call me by that? If it's good. So what do you want to be called? Conman. Conman because Mion was probably gonna do something weird. Rena came back into the classroom. One of the juniors near the door told Rena people were looking for her. Oh, what's this now? Who's looking for me, I wonder? Seeing that, both Mion and I sneered. Bailiff Ryugu doth show herself. Conman, you're quite sinister. Ooh, what is this? What is this? Keiichi-kun and Michan are being an evil bailiff and a Conman? Damn you, Renanusuke Ryugu, the day doth be when thou meetest thy maker. Have at thee! Suke-san, Kaku-san, show them what for! Aye, sir. I expect my fee to be paid to my Swift bank account. It's come to this. We have no choice. We just have to a grand battle with 5 people. Rena's fierce punches exploded just as soon as she had shown her seal. The evil that was Mion and myself were vanquished in the end. I do hope that Rena does go on a journey to make the world a better place. How about heading to Parliament first? Spare me. I get cute stuff for you on my travels. I'll get cute stuff. The toll of the bell signaled the break time was over. Come on, Keiichi-kun, Michan. The teacher's coming. Took Rena's hand and stood up. It's just as the teacher had entered the classroom. Just one more hour. Man, oh man. Got to buckle down for one more. These are still very cute, but I have a feeling they're gonna eventually become scary. Let's save another chapter and keep going. Aha! How was it, Kei-chan? So you went to Rena's house. Wasn't it amazing? It's nothing like that, right? Right? Unlike my house, the Yugo residence wasn't newly constructed. It had been renovated from a pre-existing building. Well, the house itself was fine. The problem was the yard. There, it was crammed with rows upon rows of oddities. They were all the same as Colonel Sanders, stuff you'd see or walk around in town. The cake shop's mascot, Little Licky, the Todolmon in front of the pharmacy. She even had the amazing flying elephant from the top of the department store. I agree with you that those are cute. But why the mailbox? Won't you get in trouble for that one? But oh, so cute. She must have just thought about it, because her face filled with delight. So it's the bigger the better? Just as long as it's big? And her room displays the smaller ones. I had a chance to see them before. And cute kids like Rika-chan are locked away in the basement? Yep, I'll keep anything. Ah, cute. So she takes anything she likes back to her nest. No ill will intended. Hey, Rena. You know about the Statue of Liberty in New York, right? Is that cute? Yeah, cute. Oh, I want it. The US should probably come up with some countermeasures ASAP. If not, the Statue of Liberty really will take a trip to Hinamizawa in the not so distant future. My apologies for keeping you waiting. Rika-chan had returned. No fun being called to the staff room. Did you do something? How rude! Rika isn't a hoodlum like Keiichi-san. Nothing like that, Keiichi-kun. Rika-chan is a member of the festival committee. Festival? The school cultural festival or something? Kei-chan, I already told you. It's the village festival. The Watanagashi. Oh, come to think of it, she did say there'd be a festival at the shrine during the next break. So what's the Watanagashi thing about? Is it like a floating lantern festival? I guess the last part where you set things adrift in the river is similar. Except we use cotton things like old worn out futons and padded cloaks. It's a festival expressing thanks to their years of service. The people living in Hinamizawa dumped their futons and padded cloaks in a stream? Sounds like it'd be a lot of trouble if it backed up the current. Maybe they should just drop some fish and have a fish wrangling competition. Skewer them with and sprinkle a little salt. Oh man, I could smell it already. It's just summer camp. I never anticipated how destructive Keiichi-san's imaginative capabilities would actually be. Wow, how could you tell I was thinking something silly? One moment. It was written all over your face. What sort of face could express what I'd imagined just now? Rena demonstrated it for me. I see. No argument here. It's not nothing like fun like that, you see. But you should still look forward to it. Let's all go together. I'll come get you that day. I don't really feel like going to festivals unless someone asks me to. I wouldn't get bored if these guys were going. You won't get bored. We're doing it again this year. Mion-chan's proclamation came Mion-chan. That's Mion. Mion's proclamation came as she looked at each member in turn. What was this all about? From the way Mion looked, it was probably a club summer tradition. The cotton drifting 4-demon firefight. That sounds awful. What kind of name is that? I think it's a cute name though. I tried to object sharply, but since Rena looked happy about it, I decided it was pointless to fight it. Since Keiichi is here this year, it became 5 demons. Reika-chan made a small correction in light of my presence. So how does this funky sounding club activity tie into the festival? Oh ho ho ho! This is where you exhibit your skills you've nurtured throughout your daily club activities. Exactly! We show the full extent of the abilities that the best of the best have obtained throughout their daily trials and tribulations. Trials and tribulations? But last year the mayor got angry. So we need to make sure that not to cause any problems this time. So basically, we're doing club activities while checking out the stalls. Rika-chan really is the only one who explains things that makes in a way that makes sense. I see, so we'll be exhibiting one of those busy festival grounds. Rena was right, of course. That would be a reason for the mayor to get angry. Haha, but it's lots of fun. That was the only point I did not doubt. It would be, without question, fun. The day of the festival was drawing near. Well, putting that aside for now, let's start our club activities today. Any objections? Nay. Our voices rang out in unison. Where there's lots of people, card games really are easiest to play. This really is the most basic of table games. Playing with the marked deck again? We'll use a new one today. There are no marks on the cards, so we're on equal footing. I wonder if that really is the case. I will have to inspect them. Well, that was fair. Just to be safe, everyone check the cards. And probably mark them. Yep, these seem to be fine. Are you all satisfied? Then today, I guess we'll play President. That's good for 5 people. Another standard card game. First one to get rid of all their cards wins. Basic rule, play a better card than the one before. You can play straights and pairs. There are various techniques that improve the game, like reversals. But because it's such a well-known game, there are a lot of house rules for it as well. The name, for example. In my hometown, we call it Millionaire. I'd like to go over some details. Are the jokers wild? Can you make a reversal with three threes? No jokers. 2 is the highest. You can reverse a reversal. You can only make a reversal with 4 of a kind, not 3. Also, you know, the peasant sends a good card to the president? No, none of that. While I was confirming the familiar rules, Satoko looked over me cautiously. Probably should have tried to look like more of an amateur. Was pretty used to this game. It's President, it's with a new deck. Today I might be able to win. I had the gist of the rules, but that wasn't everything, was it? So, what shall today's penalty be? How about that? Why don't we all write something down on slips of paper and have the loser draw one? Oh, that sounds like it could be interesting. Oh, I'll write a nasty one and have Keiichi-san draw it. It would be awful if you wrote a bad one and drew it yourself. Just don't lose. Don't you know best? Mion handed out several slips of paper to everyone. Then write down whatever you put in this bag. When you lose, stick your hand down and pick one out. Now then, what would be a good penalty? Worst case scenario, you draw on what you wrote. Something too intense would be like digging your own grave. No penalty, let's forbid that kind of thing from being written down. Rika-chan's casual suggestion caused Mion's hand to lurch to a sudden halt. That's so sneaky, Mion-san. She wrote no penalty on the corner of the slip and the corner of the slip is folded. I see. Just in case you lost, you grab the note with a folded corner and you'll be safe. That was a good idea. Diabolical as ever, Mion. Rika-chan is quite formidable too, being able to see through that. Couldn't understand her, even though she doesn't stand out. Everyone, don't write penalties that are too mean, okay? Nobody agreed to Rena's proposal. Everyone was ruthless. It's fine, Rena. Just don't lose. Yeah, that's true. Okay, I'll try hard so everyone has to pick the penalty I write. Rena was quite brutal, even though she was usually appeared meek. Better not underestimate her either. I argue with that. I'm very curious what Rena's penalty is in particular. Everybody's penalties are scary. I still don't know what Rika-chan's penalties would be like. Basically, you can afford to lose the game. Everybody here? We all nodded determinedly. Having confirmed that, Mion dealt out the cards. Finally, the battle begins. I had a decent starting hand. Card after card was played in the middle. Not needing Mion to tell them, both Rika and Satoko played their cards without hesitation. Rena and I were the only ones who paused to think. It seemed that Rena genuinely couldn't make her mind, but I was different. I was like a shark stalking its prey, just waiting for the right time to strike. Huh? Will this work? Now play this 3 and I'm out. 9! Nobody? 8? 7? I'm out. 5 and 5. I'm out. Then I'll discard the last one and I'm out. Bah! I missed my chance. The loser of the first round was, of all people, Mion. And now I was certain. Today I could win. Now, then. Mi-chan, pull out one of the slips, okay? Mion accepted her defeat, scrounged around inside the bag, and pulled out one piece of paper. What? Who did this? Who wrote this? Mion quivered and shrieked. What is it? What is it? Oh? I was surprised when she peeked at it. What kind of terrible thing was written on it? Bet the principal on the head. Hey, wait. How is this bad? Keiichi-san, do you not understand? The principal is ashamed of his spinning hair. Satoko yelled with a serious face on her face. But she wasn't as loud as Mion shrieking. What could it be? The principal is a martial arts master. He boasts about traveling around the world, perfecting his skills when he was younger. He switched to teaching after seeing the poor state of education in Japan after the war. He was inhuman. The guy said. As the club president, there is no way I can set a bad example by refusing. Ew. Ah! She yelled out a yell as she dashed off down the hallway. Wouldn't it have been easier to sneak out quietly and try to do it without making a fuss? Probably impossible. They say he used to hunt sea slugs just by sensing their presence. I could do nothing but wait with a bated breath. Kapow! A rumble shook the classroom. Principal's special launcher move just started. Zing kaboom! Following the launcher with a jab strong fierce combo. He's using the meter! From how it sounded, the principal's jumping fierce sounds like a multi-hit combo. I don't want to know. Nothing I can do except stay calm. Understood now why there were no delinquents at the school. For a few moments of silence, Mion slumped back to us. Petted, is that good enough? Mion said before collapsing. He's alive at least. No way we can continue the game. Now we can continue. Monster. I was amazed that the person who made club activities like these could say that. But now, the worst penalty is gone now, right? Right? When I tried to lighten the mood, it was only met with Mion's malicious grin. She was serious now. I'm not holding back anymore. You all get yours. The pace of the game became bizarrely quick. I could tell the game had gotten more intense. Ace! 3, 4, 5, I'm out! I'm out as well. I'm out too. 3, I'm out now out. I lost. And the heavens chose to vanquish Rena. What kind of penalty, I wonder? It wasn't exactly hard for her to be worried. Just think of the level of difficulty. Mion's first penalty still made me quiver. She'll probably get an easier one. And so the penalty she drew with trembling fingers was... Heck was this? Speak like a maid. Huh? What is this? This one, what do I need to do? So basically, it means that you have to use the same expression as a maid? Aha! Okay, master. It hit me like a ton of bricks. I had no idea who wrote this penalty, but she was awesome. Then can you shuffle the cards and deal? Yes, master. Oh, I could die. I could just die right now. Anyway, let's continue. Right, Rena? Yes, master. The eagerness to which I was goading Rena into addressing me as master was downright impressive, if I do say so myself. Yeah, I won't lose anymore. I'm out. I shan't lose either. I'm out. Then with that, I'm out too. I can't believe it. It's Rena's loss again. When again, what kind of penalty would it be this time? I was delighted by the mysterious sense of anticipation. Anticipation? Well, this is conviction. Remove one item of clothing from the top and bottom halves of your body. That's just indecent. Who could have written this? It's you. My face reddened in anger. If I didn't yell something out, I wouldn't be able to hide my shaking. And who did write that? God, please give that man a Nobel Prize. That would be an Ig Nobel Prize. Not good, not good. But I was thinking about what's written on my face. I mean, this seems easy. Take off a sock and take over that scarf around her neck. Me-chan. Rena begged Mion with teary eyes, but everyone knew Mion's answer already. Nope. Won't go easy on you. You lost, so you take it like a man. Understood, master. I'll undress. What? I looked around thinking someone else would stop her. Of course, wasn't exactly trying to stop her either. And I heard the rustling of clothing, the sound of the skirt hitting the ground. It set my heart racing. Is this fine, master? I looked away like a gentleman. But those club activities, you need to be ruthless after all. Of course. Keiichi-san, what were you expecting? Certainly, we would not have her stripped if she weren't wearing her PE clothes underneath. Satoko poked fun at me, but right now I can't hear it. Not bad, Kei-chan. This old man never even thought you would go after her like that. You got it wrong. I didn't write that one. Master didn't write this one. The screaming around in her PE clothes made it impossible for me to not feel anything. Calm down, Keiichi Mibara. Mion probably wrote that one and planned to go after me as I panicked. You can't fall for her trap after knowing it's a trap. Clear your head. Calm down and assess the situation. I was determined to think my way out of this. And the answer was quite simple. I win. Then I became a god. I who had already entered the domain of godhood. What would dare stand in my way? It was like they were pulled to me magnetically. I was picking up aces and twos like nobody's business. Eh? How could my luck of the draw be so bad? Satoko lost, right? I'll draw the penalty. Speak like a little sister! Fine, Oni-chan. Yes? Pleasure of making the brat disgrace herself. Huh? This old man loses again. Mion's lost, right? I'll dry it out. Wear a girl's school swimsuit. No! That's the one I wanted Kei-chan to get. Yes! Mion's despair was like sweet honey. Master, I lost again. How many did you guys write? When I lost, I'll try it for you. Let the person in first place rest their head on your lap. In this outfit, master? Yeah! She's not wearing a skirt, so it's a bare legs. Ik! Oni-chan, you too good! Sadako lost again? I'll try it. Obey the person in first place. How about that? Have you give me a shoulder massage? I don't need Chan. Come on, do it a bit harder. Oh god. But use your nails. Guy's power tripping. I already see what's coming up. Rika's about to crush him. I transformed into an evil dictator and couldn't be doing any better. That is like I could control how the cards played out with my mind and decide what suits would appear just by willing it. By the time I realized it, I had already assembled a harem. I was laughing heartily as I rested my hand on Rena, who was now becoming lumber-clad maid. Satoko was wearing a collar, had taken on little sister properties. Mion was fanning me, wearing a school swimsuit. Today is Master's overflowing victory, isn't it? Ik, please refrain from moving your head around too much. Beginning to think. Why does man have no end to his desire? How could I wish for more than this place of dreams? What is it, Keiichi? I'm saddened by the thought of having no end to his desires, of a man having no end to his desires. That was it. Rika-chan hadn't been in first, but she's continued to escaping in last. Keiichi is quite greedy. It said you should know when enough is enough. I know that very well, but how to say it? I feel like I wouldn't mind if I died now. Eek! Master, please refrain from moving your head around. You say you wouldn't mind dying? Then that can be arranged. Rika-chan said, as it said in her usual calm manner with a cheery tone. This was undoubtedly a declaration of war. Go, Rika-chan, take him out! Alright, it's a new sprite. I'm scared. Why does she collar? Defeat the Archdevil of Perversion! I might not be able to win, but I'll beat him. Such stoicism from the little girl who's always hidden away in Satoko's shadow. It would probably be rude not to meet her head on. I shall face you myself, little one. I saw Mion swap a few cards with Rika-chan in the middle of the game, but pretended I didn't see it. Do you believe you can defeat Keiichi-sama with just that? 2. Ace, ace, ace. 8, 8, 8, 8, reversal. Everybody looked at me, was brimming with confidence. Mwahaha! The 4 of them have allied against me, that's so. You're making me laugh. That was good. Reversal, reversal. What? How could such a thing be? Sadako let out a shriek. Mwahaha, you simpletons! Using up all your cards before calling the reversal left Rika-chan with no good cards. She was defeated soon after. I lost. Finally, you fall into my clutches. Now pick one out. Wear cat ears, a bell collar, and a tail. Even the penalties were as I wished. This is going way too far. It started to get into the I'm uncomfortable territory. Rika-chan hung her head, equipped the 3 holy artifacts. It's questionable as to why such things were in Mion's locker, but I had no objections. I didn't ask. Super Burn Castle coded. Oh, that was so... felt like I had become Rena. It was definitely cute. Cute, isn't it, isn't it? Oh, I want to take her home. That wasn't me talking, that was actually Rena. Meep. As Rika-chan mimicked a cat, teary-eyed, rings of smoke escaped from Rena's ears with an audible poof. Rika-chan must take her home. Just for a while, I won't do anything strange, nothing strange. I see, I still have one trick left. Mion gasped and dropped her fist into an open palm. If Rena must, she can take me home. After Rena-san beats Keiichi-san, she can. They thought that Rena in cute mode would be able to defeat me. Would it be that easy? Opposing me was the same as opposing God. I teach them their place. How preposterous! That Rena can defeat me? For a moment I didn't know what's going on. The 52 cards danced and flowed freely between Rena's hands like machinations of a master magician. In the middle of those flowing cards was Rena's ecstatic expression, head bobbing around. Shall we, Keiichi-kun? Hurry, hurry! The whole body knew it already. I was going to lose. No play? Nothing to play, Kei-chan? Then, with this, I'm out. Every cheer that was spent. You, I got no regrets. God, thank you for letting me dream a little. Now then, I'll take one out. Kei-chan's penalties. This is it. Everybody peeked at the unison, gaze flicking between the text and my face. All day today, I did as I pleased. I'll do whatever it is. What's on there? All. Huh? Air penalty up until now. Okay, I figured there was something like that, but that's a lot. Whoa, what the heck? Keiichi-san, should you not be speaking like a little brother? Yes, One-chan. Oh, this is quite addicting. Next, I'll have you rub my shoulders. Keiichi-kun, I don't need the lap pillow, so do the other one, okay? Yes, master. Oh, Keiichi-kun, that's so cute. Say it again, say it again. No, please spare me, master. Rena passed out with a squeal, blood sprinkled from her nose like a fountain. Her dignity was being trampled on more than a communal doormat. Next is from this old man. I'm going to have you fan me for a good long while, you know. Whoosh whoosh. Oh, almost forgot. You need to wear this, don't you? The school swimsuit. Huh? This is for girls. I can't wear one for boys. Especially with him wears girls' school swimsuits, so as you can see, that goes like a loan shark. Actually, me trying to escape reality as fast as humanly possible was pretty adorable, if I do say so myself. But whose school swimsuit am I going to wear? If I were wearing one of yours, you wouldn't like it, right? This old man doesn't care about that kind of stuff at all. Think of it as a little benefit. I'm not in shape, so I think even Kei-chan can fit into it. The executioners surrounded me, wagging their fingers. No! My first thought started around the waist. Second thought, the chest area was pretty loose. The third thought, the crotch area was... Keiichi-kun is bending forward, cute. You'll be ready when you wear the cat ears, bell and tail. Kei-chan, when I look in the mirror, it's amazing, really. It's probably best if you look. The stern, scientific, calculating nature mixed in with her fascination made Mion very scary. I'm guessing we're getting a CG. I would like to respectfully decline, master. Your assembly is complete. If only we could send you home dressed like that. Oh. Then, is this enough? I'll change and... While I was saying that, Mion placed a hand on my shoulder and Rika-chan slipped up behind me without a sound. Not yet, Keiichi. There's still the first penalty left. Is this get up? In this get up, Rika-chan petted my head without saying a word. Sir, excuse me. Oh, he has to go pet him. Yes, please come in. I step forward into the principal's office, my bell collar jingled adorably. Principal froze solid with a smile on his face as he saw me. Couldn't blame him. In this sacred place of study, specifically in this office. Though I said excuse me as I entered, the sight of a person entering with a school seems so catties, a collar, and a tail. And for it to be a young male student, without a doubt, any normal person's psyche would be have stopped cold. And this could be explained. We'll call it uncanny valley camouflage, if you will. When humans see others, they can only begin to act after confirming this is human. Meaning that if he could not comprehend what was in front of him, then in these moments, before he could begin to fully process the situation, his mind was completely blank. That was my one and only chance for victory. A penalty. Rubbing the principal said, Principal, I challenge you! Zing sounded echoed loudly. He went straight for the special move. Principal said one thing to me. What does it mean to be a man? And in a heartbeat. Ooh. The tremor resounded throughout Hinamizawa twilight. Higurashi when they cry. Rena was giving permission to caress Rika-chan's head as much as she wanted, so they headed home together, very pleased. Once again, today, it was just Mion and I going home. Man, that was intense. I didn't know Kei-chan was so good at present. No, I was more surprised than anyone. If I was playing with guys, I wouldn't have been that strong. Still, it was pretty bad. Being carried off on a stretcher in that outfit will probably haunt me until the day I die. But that's fine, isn't it? You were able to do something to boast about for the ages, too. Oh, well, when she says it like that, we both smiled at each other. Oh, we meet again, Keiichi-kun. It was Tomitake-san. It felt like I'd been running into him quite often. Hey, Take, any good pictures? Well, a few. So? Tomitake suddenly leaned over and whispered into my ear. You should get around. Today you already have a different girl. It's not like that. No need to hide it. It's good to get lots of experience when you were young. Because Tomitake's-san let out such a crude laugh. Mio knew what we were talking about, even without hearing his whispering. I've heard enough. And heard through the grapevine that Mr. Tomitake isn't doing so badly himself. Oh no, that wasn't my intention. Sure. Keep up the good work and take plenty of pictures. See ya. Mion seemed to really want to get rid of this loud quickly. On the way she spoke, it seemed that as if Mio knew Tomitake quite well. How's the year treating you, mister? Staying until Wataragashi? Yep, I plan to. After photographing the festival, I plan on heading back to Tokyo. Being a photographer sure is easy. Be sure to win some big reward and become famous. You spend all your best years on photography after all. I don't think I'm that far gone. Don't say men start developing their own unique flavor in their 30s. What does it mean? What you taste like? That's so gross. Oh, look at the time. I need to get back to the inn before it gets dark. Taki-san began to take his leave with a dry laugh. It did look like he was outmatched by Mion. Now then, I'll see you both at the festival. After waving a hand cheerfully, Tomitake-san disappeared amidst the cries of the Higurashi. The way he's going, he probably won't ever get famous. I had him promise he'd take a picture of me if he ever opened a gallery, but I don't think that'll ever happen. So you know Tomitake-san? Yeah, he's an acquaintance of sorts. But you know how easy it is to tell who's an outsider. It sounds like you meet him all the time. Tomitake-san comes around to Namizawa regularly, maybe 2-3 times a year. He says he's taking pictures of the seasonal scenery and wild birds, but well, those photos really are nothing to phone home about. The image Mio painted of Tomitake was fairly unique. The Tomitake-san I knew was more mysterious. The words flowed naturally from my mouth. Wonder if he's really here to take pictures of birds. Mio started blankly at me as afterwards. Why do you say that? Just seems he's here for something other than taking pictures, I think. Did you get that feeling? Like about that incident, dismemberment. Oh, you too? If so, you got good instincts, Cake-chan. She agreed with that, what I thought. That was quite chipper in how she said it. Knew about it then, Mion? Of course. He might be able to pull one over on everyone else, but he can't fool this old man. Mion was pushing pretentiously, but I had easily come to a very different conclusion from what she was imagining. But like all apprehensives I had about Tomitake-san disappeared, lifting a burden off my shoulder. I was finally able to appreciate how clear the wing scour Hinamizawa was. I exhaled everything in my lungs and inhaled just as much. It smelled like dusk. What is it, Kei-chan? It's just that never thought the cries of Higurashi could feel this good. Hahaha, what's gone into you all of a sudden, Kei-chan? We both continued to giggle, not knowing why. Wonder what Rena is doing. Bet she's getting her fill of Rika-chan by now. She's probably in the middle of asking her over so she can treat her to dinner. It'd be great if she was able to take her home. I wonder. Rika-chan is pretty good at that stuff. Yeah, I feel the same. That head-patting penalty was probably from Rika-chan. I thought so too. The one who could get away with patting his head is Rika-chan after all. Just pointless chit-chat. The hot day felt like it was being cooled down by the cries of the Higurashi. Feels like something bad is about to happen again. That's felt a few times and then nothing happened. I felt that way a few times and nothing happened. Is it chapter end? There it is. Community notice. Let's view the tip. And after that, I'll take a break. We greeted the end of the rainy season sooner than in prior years. On this day, when it feels like summer will soon arrive, I'm pleased that everyone is in good health. The season for Watarangashi is upon us. I believe that assistance of the town council will make this a wonderful festival. I also wish to ask for the assistance of everyone in regards to a few things. Collecting bazaar goods. Villagers are welcome to put their wares on show at the well-received Hinamizawa Grand Bazaar exhibition. Anything is welcome, from unconsumed gifts to used clothing. No raw goods, please. Management, Mikinotel, blah blah blah. Recruiting Little Festival Drum Dancers. The renowned Little Festival Drum Dancers group, known for its careful choreography, the Shofu Society is taking last-minute participants. We're looking for any Showboat elementary and middle schools. Management, Kimoyoshi, blah blah blah. Taking donations. Accepting donations in multiples of 1,000 yen. For every 1,000 yen donation, you can be rewarded a refreshment stand ticket. Management, Sonozaki. We are always taking suggestions for ways to improve the festival. If you have an interesting idea, call Kimoyoshi at blah blah blah. There's a 200 yen refreshment stand ticket attached below the cut line. Okay, just advertisement. Creepy. I mean, EP. Oh, that's more like sleepy. Alright, let me just... I forgot to turn on my program for music. And I'll see you in a moment after the break. Alright, I'm back. Let's continue with Higurashi. A few days has passed since the incident. Which incident? Ah, okay. The event. During the time, either Mion was busy or Rika-chan had to help with the festival preparations, so we couldn't get everybody together for club activities. Even though I thought I would never want to participate again after the years it shaved off my life each time, not having it only made my heart grow fonder. I really am not honest with myself. Today we finally had our club activities again. Those weren't the same club activities. It's called the Cotton Drifting Fire Demon Firefight. It was one of the biggest club events in club. Keiichi, does this yukata still fit you? Can you try it out for a second? Mom pulled out an old dusty yukata. Nah, I don't need a yukata. Those are embarrassing, so I'll just go in my normal clothes. But this is a festival, wear it, okay? Ren and the others said regular clothes are just fine. If I was the only one wearing a yukata, I'd be even more embarrassing. I put on the same old vest as usual. I'll be going with Ren and the others, so you don't need to worry about me. Is that so? I'll be going with Dad when he wakes up. Dad let out a loud snore from the sofa. From how it looks, he must have pulled an all-nighter last night. He just finished sending in his manuscript, so he might not wake up for a while. Seems my dad writes for an art magazine sometimes too. Never read it though. Wonder if my dad is really a really famous artist. As his son, it is a bit strange for me to say this, but I can't imagine he's selling all that well. He's able to feed a family of 3, and my life isn't exactly full of hardship. Maybe he's actually a master painter, just never knew it. Ding dong. You know, in stories like this, you always want to kind of suspect the parents. Like, what if they moved here because they're related to the foreman and something like that? But considering that they have absolutely no sprites, kind of makes me instantly go like, yep, they don't matter. Mostly. Keiichi-kun, are you home? Uh-oh, it was already time. I didn't want them coming here, so I was planning on leaving early and waiting outside. They're all new yukata, aren't they? No. Oh my, it's Rena-chan. Thank you for always looking after Keiichi. Ma'am, he's also been looking out for me? Why are you blushing just for meeting my mom? Don't get all flustered. This feels so awkward. Let's go, Rena. Since Rena would continue to space out if I left her here, I grabbed her hand and dragged her out. Rena-chan looked after Keiichi for me. Oh, yes, ma'am. Even if it means I must sacrifice myself. Why don't you do it right now? She waved back, even as I was dragging her away. Okay, Kei-chan. You're hungry today? We'll take care of that at the stalls. If I'd have let myself go full knowing the club activities would involve the stalls, wouldn't have it any other ways. Whereas Rika-chan and Satoko, are they already at the temple? Yep, Rika-chan's festival committee member after all. Satoko-chan is probably with her as well. I see. Alright. Let's make some noise today. Yeah. We were already in high spirits with just the 3 of us. Oh, damn. I said I would change music. Let's do that. Oh. It was way more lively at the Furade Shrine than the last time I came, but far exceeding my expectations. Throngs of people were crammed between rows and market stalls lined with colorful paper lanterns. Despite that, it was actually quite enjoyable. There sure are a lot of people here. Can't believe that they all live in Hinamizawa. Everybody attends the Watanagashi. I think about half the village is here. It's not just that. Municipal and youth councils from neighboring town and villages advertise this event as well. That's right. There aren't that many students at our school. But there's a lot of kids here today. It just doesn't feel like a festival unless there are kids running around after all. That's true. I agree. Hello and good evening. Those two knew everybody we came across. Of course, I greeted them as well, but I still wasn't familiar with everybody yet. Oh, Rena-chan. Thanks for the food you brought me a while back. My son loved it. He said it was delicious. It was nothing at all. I'm glad he liked it. Say hello to Kuzumasa-kun for me, please. Hey, this is Sonozaki Ojo-chan. I'm in charge of the stand again this year, so make sure you come visit. Pops, have you gotten fatter? You'll end up having a heart attack with a gut like that. Oh, the kid here is new. Are you one of those her underclassmen? He's one of my members. An upcoming hopeful. If you come across him, he could crash your stand in one night. You got a little Mrs. Seal of approval, I see. Hope you take it easy on me. Called her an Ojo-sama. That normally means rich. I think. As you could imagine, Mion was chatting away with the old guys running the stalls. Not sure why this music currently is reminding me of Mother Free. Nii-chan is really energetic after all. She's really popular with the older men. I'm sorry, what? I think Rena is pretty popular too. Being cute and all. That was, of course, as long as her little condition didn't flare up. But as long as she's blushing quietly, she's pretty cute. Oh, I'm popular with some people? Really? Really? With some people. I waited giving her a straight answer by roughly tossing her hair. The stall keepers came all the way from town. It's not really a festival without them, after all. So, I'm going to mess with them now? I don't care what kind of match it is, I'm going to win. Oh yes, I'll try to. Hey! You're all very late. Hey, it's unacceptable to keep a lady waiting, Chi-san. Oh, my bad. So, where is this lady I kept waiting? What did you just say? Alright, Satoko was in top form as well. Seems she was all excited about being able to get everybody in the club together for the first time in a while. Whoa, Rika-chan, cute. Rena let out a elated sigh. It seemed that the real lady had made her appearance. Oh, she's actually in a Shrine Maiden outfit. Good evening, everyone. So plasticky. Good evening to Keiichi as well. Woo! Looking good. You're looking sharp again this year. Cute. Can I take you home? Rika-chan was wearing a Shrine Maid outfit. Yep. Rena's little outburst was completely understandable. Rika-chan's clothes look like the real deal. Is that a real Shrine Maiden's outfit? My grandmother made them by hand. They're quite authentic. Rika-chan has an important role to play at the end of the festival, so she's wearing this. I see, Rika-chan was on the executive committee because she performed all the Shrine Maiden rules for the festival. Our work is only during the finale of the festival, so I can still play for a while. So you can't afford to waste any time. Let us begin. Well, good to wander around the festival with just the 5 of us. Mion called everyone over to stand that caught her attention and proposed a rather odd competition. Takoyaki eating race. Everybody has to buy their own. Ready? go! A standard in vendor stalls, the takoyaki stand. What was especially standard for these kinds of events was the fact that they were simply balls of dough, takoyaki in name only. Whoa, it burns! Are you okay, Keiichi-kun? Have some water. My, eating those scalding takoyaki whole is a suicide. I guess the trick is to buy the ready-made ones that have been left there for a while. They really don't taste good. The stall next to it was a shaved ice stand. It was still a bit too early the season for that, but right now it didn't matter. Let's do shaved ice this time. It's a shaved ice eating race. Ready, go! Shaved ice eating race? I can't. As long as you can melt it a bit with your body heat, then... It's so cold! Not smart. This old man ordered it with plenty of syrup. It'll melt quickly when it's mixed up. Those two just were too late. The moment they chose to tackle it head on was their downfall. Phew! Finished. Keiichi-kun is done? Ooh, that was too fast. It couldn't be. Keiichi-kun, you didn't add water from the goldfish tank behind you, did you? That can't taste very good. Next to that was another old favorite. A cotton candy stand. Why don't we do this one next? Of course, it's a speed eating contest. Why are you guys just doing speed eating? Hey, how do you eat cotton candy quickly? How? Atsutoko's mark, Mion Satoko, and I all compressed the cotton candy into our bare hands. The time it took to stick the whole thing in our mouths, 3 seconds. I expected Satoko to figure out whether anything Kei-chan would too. I can't have you treating me like a newbie forever, can I? It won't taste very good. Rika-chan had also crushed it between her hands and stuck it in her mouth. It's probably the only place in Japan where people eat cotton candy like this. I think only Rena's cotton candy was happy with how it was eaten. But it felt like we'd end up doing stuff like eat noodles through the nose contest or human water pump at the goldfish scoop at the rate we were going. This old man will probably still win too. I'm simply no match for Mion-san when it comes to eating repulsive things. Yeah, seriously. What's up with you guys? Are you telling me you don't want to have a blue Hawaii top Yokisaba eating contest? Shake. Both Satoko and I shook our heads in unison. Can we have a game that does involve food this time? Can we? Rena's proposal was a godsend. It was about time we played a different kind of game. It also seemed like neither Rena nor Rika-chan were any good at speed eating or gorging themselves. Okay, Rena, I'll let you pick our next game. Anything is fine. Well then. I'm going to be the judge. Find cute things on the festival grounds. You have 1 minute. Fine by me. I know exactly what Rena likes. Alright. Think I can win with that. Ready, go! Oh! Why aren't Keiichi-kun and Rika-chan starting? Why not? Me and Satoko dashed off madly. Rika-chan and I calmly stayed right where we were. Could it be? You already found it? The cute thing? I've already found it. Keiichi too? Yeah. What is it? I can't wait. Both Rika and I stood motionless those few moments before Mion and Satoko returned. This is probably the first time we got head-to-head like this. It will be the first. Rika-chan, you expected to win with that, huh? I'm a member of this club as well. Win by any means is our society's third rule. Rika-chan sneered to the best of her ability. You're on. I'm guessing she has the cat. What's it called? the cat's equipment here. Both Mion and Satoko came back, each with their own plan to attack, stuffed in their arms. Okay then, let's go in order. Let's have the club president, Mi-chan. Too bad, you guys, I'm ending this now. The old man brought this. Where did she get those? They're all diamond-shaped tin signs. Pleb curry, snake coil incense, nostalgic tin signs from the old days. How about this? That's very understated. A little too understated, Mion. I used to see those stuck up on barbed wire fences. They were more for nostalgic than cute. Do you explain that part of that is cute? It's Rena you're talking about, but there were puffs of smoke nosing shooting out of Rena's ears and nose. Almost like steam trains. I didn't get it. I shall be next. It is this. It was the hand-drawn poster from the Ladies' Society roasted corn stand. It was really bad sketch done by a housewife. An anthropomorphic roasted corn drawn without any sort of real plan. Its very existence invited a sense of sorrow to the viewer. Whip! It was the sound of blood jetting out of Rena's nose. It seemed to have been rated higher than Mion's. I really don't get it. It felt like your artistic sense is a little avant-garde by about 5 eons. Oh ho ho ho! Those were nothing but mass-produced signs after all. They had no chance against something hand-drawn. I couldn't even begin to follow the way those guys were thinking. Then I will be next. Next is Rika-chan, is it? What can you do without anything? Did you and Satoko both forget? If Rika-chan felt like it, she could simply... After moving about 10 yards, she began waddling after Rena. Seeing that, both Mion and Satoko gasped. Oh no! Too late! Rika-chan tripped over nothing and lay motionless, falling down. Rena hurried over to her. Rika-chan, are you alright? Alright? Rika-chan had a lump on her head, a tear welled up in her eyes, only fingers peeked out from her sleeves. That was the vital part. The palms of her hands were covered by her sleeves. She made just a single sound. Beep. Ah! So cute! Going to take you home. Completely forgotten that. The plate that I personally had to use. Rena's face went completely red, her head bobbing back and forth with excitement. She embraced Rika-chan and began rubbing her cheek against her. I'd expect no less from her, but a single element was overlooked. She's tiny, Shine Maiden, brink of crying, meep. That's perfect. A simple trip transcended into pure moe. Now this is what you call art. Kei-chan was a pretty weird definition of art. Let's just pretend. I'll just pretend the sharp sting of those words cutting through me like a razor was a figment of my imagination. Rika-chan turned her gaze to me, a doubting smile as she was caressed by Rena, who was in full cute mode. Now then, Keiichi, can you beat me? That cold smile is frightening Rika-chan. It must just be my imagination, but I could see a demon inside her sometimes. Kei-chan seems to have his own plan of attack. I wonder what he's going to show her. I also wish to observe the play Kei-chan will make. Could it be? Is Kei-chan also going to give a performance? I basked in their pointed stares. I pulled Rena, who gave no sign of cancelling out the Q mode, away from Rika-chan. Oh, cute thing. Keiichi couldn't let go. I'll show you something even cuter, so just hold on for now. Huh? Oh? Something even cuter? But it's a bit too crowded here. Let's go back there. Rena looked very surprised as I pulled her behind the shrine. I cannot fathom what Keiichi-san could possibly be planning. Kei-chan couldn't stoop to... No. Would he? Keep on fighting, yeah! After a bit, I returned. And a bit after that, so did Rena, dragging her feet. There's no way that scoundrel Kei-chan did something to innocent little Rena? Mion and Satoko passed by me, heading straight to Rena. What exactly did he do to you? For a moment, Rena was too dazed to realize something was talking to her. Someone was talking to her. Oh, it's me-chan, huh? Rena, are you alright? Did Kei-chan do anything to you? No, he didn't do anything strange to me, huh? This is quite severe. Exactly what did Kei-chan show you? It was so cute. Cute? What did he show you, Rena? Rena let out a long, oh. Her eyes sparkled as she spoke. Cute, so cute. It was Keiichi. It was Keiichi-kun's furry little seal. What the fuck is a furry little seal? Whomp whomp. In the blink of an eye, Mion and Soko's elbow smashed into my face. Huh? Huh? What? Showing Rena something so dirty! You sick pervert! I shall have you beaten into oblivion! Wait! You got it all wrong! A dark billowing aura flowed from Mion and Satoko. It was no good. They're going to kill me! Mi-chan, I'm not sure what's going on, but you got it all wrong. You see, Keiichi-kun had... It's a furred seal keychain. Pika-chan stuck her hand into my pocket and pulled out my keychain. Eh? He said he made it long ago for his summer school assignments. He said he doesn't show it to others often because it's embarrassing. Yeah, so small and cute. He tried his best to make it. It's so wonderful. Oh. This old man thought you meant it was Keiichi's. Oh. I'd expect no less from Mion-san. You misconstrue things in the wildest ways. They slung into each other and looked like they were ready to tear into each other at any second. I beg of you. If I'm in the clear, would you mind getting off me? We're in the interrupted bonds by the flash of a camera. Hey guys! You all seem energetic as usual. It was Tomitake-san. As I lay crumpled on the ground, Mion and Satoko continued to bicker above me. Mika-chan was patting me on her head, and Rena was still in cute mode. It was probably quite a lively scene. It's a fine evening indeed, though I'd rather poor etiquette of to photograph a lady without her permission. That's right. At least you don't really need Satoko's permission. Oh! Took a darker healing to me. Good evening. You're heading back tomorrow, aren't you? Were you able to take lots of good photographs? Yes, thanks for asking. I got plenty of good shots. The night's the last. We can see old Tomitake-san, isn't it? Such a shame. Hurry up and have your major breakout soon. Just as rude as ever, aren't you? I really am sad I won't be able to hear that voice of yours for almost half a year. Be sure to have as much fun as you can tonight. You'll be back in Tokyo tomorrow after all. That's true. It will be another 6 months till I can enjoy another night where I can see the stars. Take-san looked up in the night sky cheerfully. At that moment, even though he was smiling, I sensed a bit of sadness. Why don't you move here, Tomitake-san? Hinamizawa. Tomitake-san was speechless. It's not very convenient here. No shops or recreational spots. There might not be anything really here, but you know. I knew what I was trying to say. Mitake-san was also well aware. So, Rena, Mion, Satoko, and Rika-chan, none of them butted in. I've only been here for less than a month, so I don't really know anything about it. Normally I'm really talkative, but I guess in situations like this, I'm at a loss for words. Even though all this was happening in such a boisterous setting, felt like all the background noise was fading into distance. This place is probably... Mitake-san rested his hands on me, gently silencing me. Thank you, Keiichi-kun. Mion-chan and Rena-chan, Satoko-chan and Rika-chan. Mitake-san's smile was slight, was so slight it looked as if it was going to crumble at any minute, but it was warm. I also think it would be great if I could live here. Those might have been true words coming from a kid who didn't need to worry about working to feed himself. A hand touched my back. It was Rena. Keiichi-kun, you shouldn't pick on adults. It's not nice. The background clamor to festival returned. We won't be seeing him for a while after all. We need to make sure Tomitake-san also enjoys tonight. When Rena-san smiled, the moods instantly got brighter. That's true. I think I'll do just that. Ah! Hey, Mi-chan. How about it? Can we let Tomitake in our club activities? That's a great idea. Or so I thought, but Mion had a snobbish look on her face. One of the requirements for membership is residence in Nomizawa, you see. Come on, Mi-chan, just for today, don't be mean. Well, he does come around often every year. I'll make him an honorary citizen. Whoa, yay! Now then, I wonder if this aged fellow, well past his prime, will be a match for me. Let's have him show us the wisdom of a mature adult. Can keep us with us, youngins? Take-san stepped back slightly at our audacious grins. Hi, Mion Sonozaki, club president, do hereby authorize honorary citizen Tomitake's entry into our club. The words were quickly drowned out by the cheers. What do you mean by club? What our club does, you see, is ordered to cope with our complicated society, perform various activities with various rules. Sometimes they are in your favor, and sometimes they work against you. I'm pretty weak, so I prefer you not single me out. Let's try to get along. You wish to mock our childish games, then this will be the perfect opportunity. We'll leave you with nothing. You won't even leave the hairs of your butt. So it's a club where we play games together. Of course, Rika-chan was the only one who gave an answer that made sense. Alright, just what I wanted. I'll take you up on that challenge. Don't be too rough on me, my mentors. Mitake got riled up and did a victory pose like he was 10 years younger. That's perfect. We continue walking to the festival with Mion into the front. Now we looked like a family of 6. It had some intensity to it. Same rules as always. The loser will, of course, be subjected to a penalty. Take-san was a bit surprised, but to us it was just the same as always. Regardless of how terrible a penalty it was. Just don't lose! Rena was also bringing with determination. She didn't seem to have any intention of losing. That's true. I tousled Rena's hair to lighten the mood. She giggled to hide her embarrassment. I see, this is what it feels to be a kid again. Mitake-san whispered that to nobody in particular. At that moment, we heard an old man call out in a strong voice. Looking over, I realized it was the man Mion had greeted right before the festival. You're here. Little Miss Sonozaki, seems you brought quite a crowd. We came to eradicate your entire stall. His stall was a shooting gallery? That was a usual setup where you had to knock down the prize you wanted with a cork gun. Rules are simple. 3 shots. The winner is whoever gets the biggest prize. Everybody shouted their agreement. There was no need to consider how to win, since the condition for victory was simply size. The biggest prize at the stall went without question. Was that one, wasn't it? Is it that bag or is that yaha, whatever it said there? That fucking gun. Whoa, the teddy bear cute. When I was gazing longingly at a large stuffed animal, it was intentionally placed at on an unsteady platform, so it was possible to get it if you hit it in the right spot. It's a magnificent setup to make someone think that. Ah, not bad, Keiichi-san. I figured you would see through the scam instantly. The most logical course of action would to aim to some candy or a doll. The intense analysis had already begun. In this club, you get eaten alive if you don't come prepared. And everything hinges on the plan you come up with to perform this main event. At some point, a large crowd had gathered around us, making a big fuss. There was this much of a following for a club's infamous event? Knocking the bear down and seals a win. Only 3 shots. They use them all just trying. That'd be rough. Hey, some other customers waiting, you know. Who's up first? This one has the advantage of being able to aim for the easiest prize, but it's dangerous to compete without knowing the gun's quirks. Umineko-san's take on the situation was pretty good. He gets our club, what our club is about. Well then, to be fair, how about using rock, paper, scissors to decide? How about it? That's really the only way. Rock, paper, scissors! For a couple of matches, it ended up being me on first. I didn't want to end up first. Ah well, I'll just think of it as a handicap. Cramps, gun. Here you go. When the shooting range guy handed her a rifle, Mion looked over it intensely. She didn't forget to check the cork bullet either. Okay. This gun is brand new, isn't it? No faults, not bad. Mion raised the gun in non-swift motion. It's completely different from a careful inspection. We're shooting from the hip. Fire! Reload. Fire! Reload. Fire! Plop! Plop. 3 candy boxes fell, one after another. Big call! The crowd pushed in a moment of awe and erupted in cheers. Whoa! Awesome! That was quite good. Tomitaka was at a loss for words after seeing such shooting prowess. Amazing, Mi-chan! 3 free! Accuracy was incredible, but choice of targets wasn't bad either. The 3 Mion had gone after were fairly large and pretty easy to knock over. They were all targets with a very high return on investment. Who's up next? Satoko? Careful, the bullets are light. Next was Satoko. The rifle looked a bit big in her lithe body, but it didn't seem like she had any problem with the weight. Of course, I should aim for the grand prize! She proclaimed that she was going for the teddy bear. Damn, Satoko, such a bold move. The moment she knocks it over, she's guaranteed to be first. Good luck, Satoko-chan. Satoko was the opposite of Mion. She aimed at the target quite carefully and squeezed the trigger. Wah! Those bullets are too light! The first 2 bullets struck the bear in torso, but it only shifted a bit. You need to aim higher towards the head or it won't work. Because 3rd bullet was aimed at the bear, but the candy box below its arm. I hate to say it, but it appears the bear is just too much for me. She went boldly after a big catch, but since she switched over to a less impressive prey at the last second, the crowd only gave a strained laugh. Were they laughing because she lacked courage? These fools know nothing. Fine attempt, Satoko. You've gotten better. Palm of Mion's outstretched hand went boom as it tapped down lightly on Satoko. She appeared to be just talking hot air. It was actually completely calculated. Damn that Satoko. Just to avoid being in last place, she dared to switch over to an easy target. Without shame, no honor, or honor, magnificent. I love you, take the bear, Rena-san. I pray for your victory. Okay. Thanks so much, Satoko-chan. Oh, my bear is so cute. Rena was up next. She couldn't hit the broadside of a barn as a regular Rena, but she said the bear was cute. Wonder how Rena-chan will do. Hope she's able to hit at least one. You're underestimating Rena, Tomitaka-san. It's Rena, you know. Wherever you go, you know. If it was to get the teddy bear. Whoa! Tomitaka-san wheeled around to see what all the commotion spectators were making was. But if it was to get the bear, you'd be able to shoot through a pinhole. The one known as Renner Yugo could do that. The shaking, oh, cute! Rena couldn't hide her excitement with the bear slung rocking. Rena couldn't lose. Not bad, Rena-san. The less collected you become, the stronger you get. Whoa! Another big cheer. Rena's bullet hit the bear's forehead again. Not enough. The bear seemed to wobble even more. But it might not be possible. You never know. With Rena-chan's skill, it might be. Tomitaka was just excited as the crowd. Rika-chan's analysis was not swayed by emotion. If Rena had 10 more shots, then she could surely knock it over. But with just one more, no matter how you looked at it, no go. Oh! The crowd let a dejected groan. Got shot right in the forehead 3 times. It was a bit late, but they gave her a good round of applause for the attempt. Oh, Mr. Bear, take him home, oh. She should be praised for her valor, but she had no trophies to show for it. Then at this moment, the old man flicked one of the candy boxes with his finger and handed it to Rena. That's for you, little lady. Huh? You're giving this to me, huh? The gods wouldn't forgive me if I let you go empty-handed after such a display. There was another show of applause. Rena turned bright red and pulled her back over to us by her hand. You did a good job. Your cute mode really surprised me. Oh, you wanted Mr. Bear, huh? It was easy to see that it only needed a little more to be knocked over. Rena had done quite a lot for me. I still need to pay her back for that delicious picnic. Alright then, I'll get it and give it to you. What? Tomitaka had stolen the words right out of my mouth. Okay. Please, Tomitaka-san. Good luck. Damn you, old man Tomitaka. Stealing the good parts for yourself. A small hand stretched over and fell gently on my head just before I was overcome with frustration. You keep on fighting too, Keiichi, okay? Tomitaka-san carefully studied the bear. Setting his sights, he shouldered the rifle while holding the other 2 shots in his hand. Huh? What is he doing? Yes, no doubt. Tomitaka-san is aiming for... Whop! 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 The time between the shots was short. Meaning to shoot again. It stopped shaking. So Tomitaka-san was rang on rapid fire to win the battle. It was visibly wobbling much more than it had before. But that was all. It didn't fall over. Ah, too bad. All of Reina's momentary expectations from watching it sway wildly turned into a dejected sigh. He thought it would work. Oh, seems that since you're a man, you will not be receiving any candy. That was it. Tomitaka-san has no spoils of war. So both Kei-chan and Rika-chan can just shoot down a sure easy prize and avoid being dead last. Avoid being the loser, huh? Oh, sorry about that. It's your turn next, Keiichi-kan. Best of luck. I was the 5th shooter. Took the rifle from Tomitaka-san. If I took the ruthless route, as Mion suggested, then I'd go for something insignificant. Except, I picked up the rifle. I definitely got a feeling from it. It was burning passion passed down to me by Tomitaka-san. The regret of not being a man enough to uphold the bear that Rena wanted. Yes, that's right. If I didn't aim for the bear, then I wouldn't be a man. After all, that was my promise to Rena. Huh? What a promise? What? To shoot down the bear. To give it to Rena. That one. Oh, you mean, huh? The crowd went wild in this sour conversation. Whoa, cool Oni-chan, show us what you've got. That's not it. Fine men of the crowd. If I didn't do this, then Rena might mock the old man running the stall on his way home. No, that's not it. That's not it at all. Why can't I just express my honest feelings? Keiichi-kan surely talks the talk, but how do you actually tend to bring down the bear? Rena and Tomitake-san did make it tilt a bit, but I think the finishing the job will be difficult. Keiichi-kun, only there was some way to shoot faster, be able to power more power on the sway from each hit. Good luck, Keiichi-kun. Taking 2 deep breaths, I shouted over to the guy. 2 more rifles. Huh? The crowd murmured amongst themselves. Wonder what Keiichi-kan is up to. One person can't handle 3 rifles at once. I get it. Nice thinking, Kei-chan. Neil was able to figure it out magnificently. Because basically, what was taking the most time was reloading the shot. That's right. And by putting the preloaded rifles next to each other, Mitake-san went silent, peering at me, at the bear through his lens. His focused blood predicted a miracle would occur. And then the crowd finally picked up on what I was planning. They let a great cheer. He chanted my name, Keiichi! Rapid fire is the key. If I miss, all is naught. Phew! After letting out a deep breath, I paused. Relax. Now! The moment, it felt like time itself had stopped. Felt like I could see the trajectory of the bullets. Hit it. And knock it down! The first shot hit the bear on its head. The second. The third. The bear swayed hard. And then... it won't fall. Recover. Oh! Woo! Yeah! Oh! The cheers began behind the stuffed animal. Even finished falling off the shelf. The guy caught it before it hit the ground and tossed it over to me. You actually knocked it over. You got me. Amazing. Congratulations, Keiichi-kan. Keiichi has finally learned how to use his head. I see you in a slightly better light now. I didn't do it all by myself. Aaron hit it, and those small bits together brought it down. This trophy belongs to all of us. Right, this is from all of us working together. Me didn't hit it a single time. After holding up the teddy bear like it was a championship trophy, I handed it over to Rena. Here, this is from me, not from everyone. Thanks for always making your delicious lunches. Rena, thinking she was never actually going to get it, was momentarily speechless. I can't, Keiichi-kun. This is everyone's after all, huh? In that case, I was the one who knocked it down. And it's mine. It's mine, so I'm giving it to Rena. Pushed the stuffed animal towards her again. This time she embraced it and accepted it. You watched out for me ever since I moved here, after all. I'm really grateful, you see. Thanks a lot. Aww, Keiichi-kun, thanks so much. Rena dove at me. Mio told me a few days later that Rena kissed me, but didn't realize it during all the excitement at the time. I remember that I was trying to say what I was trying to say to Tomitake earlier. There really isn't much of anything here, but there's a lot of things you can't find anywhere else. I gained a lot from coming to Hinamizawa, especially at that moment. Crowd's cheers echoed on. On the altar, nothing for Rika. From the altar set up in the front of the shrine, the drums sounded with a booming echo. It was the finale of the festival. I'll be going off ahead then. Oh, I need to go and get myself a good spot too. Well, then everyone, see you in a bit. Both Rika and Tomitake-san gave their farewells and disappeared into the crowd. Did he get a penalty? I wish both of you your best in your endeavors. Now, shall we be off? Yeah, might as well go see Rika-chan's charming figure. Let's go. Yeah, where's Rena? What are you doing? Keiichi-kun, Mi-chan saved me. And she was carrying such a ridiculously large stuffed animal, just being carried by the flow of people. What is she doing? She must have her hands full taking care of that bear. So I'll leave Reina to you, okay, Kei-chan. I have my hands full of taking care of Satoko. Who would want to be looked after by you, Mion-san? Ouch! Please don't pull my arm! Before losing sight of Mion, I grabbed the back of Rena's collar. Keiichi-kun, not there, don't grab me there. Always so bossy. Where can I grab you then? I didn't feel ashamed at all. I was ashamed enough for both of us. I grabbed onto Rena's hand and dashed after Mion and the others. We're gonna be late. Let's hurry up. Yeah. Oh no, this is an 18+ scene. Contains hand-holding. I didn't realize Rena's hand was so delicate. Maybe she needed a bit more exercise and nutrition. That wasn't what I meant at all. Not at all. My ears burned. I tried to keep calm. I repeated the phrase, "Keep it together, Keiichi Mabara," in my mind, but it didn't look like it would be able to anytime soon. I really didn't want Rena to see my face right now, so I pushed onwards, dragged her along without looking back even once. There was already a huge group of people gathered at the altar in front of the shrine. The fire at the altar made it as bright as midday and just as hot. There was a pile of futons watered with sanctified rope in front of the altar. Come to think of it, they did say it was a festival where they did something with the cotton in the futons. Keiichi-san, Rena-san, we're over here. Satoko waved her hand from the front row. Sorry. Making our way through the mass of people, we reached the spot they saved. How was it? Were you able to have a little bit of excitement with Rena? You punks, that was your plan. Instead of replying, Mion gave us a perverse grin. How was it, Rena? Plus Kei-chan's hand bigger than you thought it would be? Oh. Rena turned bright red, puffs of steam shooting out of her. I heard something slice through the air and turned around to see Mion on the ground with a welt on her face. Mion, when were you hit? Between the ha and ooh of her how, I think. Rena, it's not good to punch your friend to hide your embarrassment. I didn't hit her. Whatever. Oh. Bum! The thunderous beat of the drum echoed, silencing the crowd. You must all be quiet. It's beginning. It was a solemn ritual. Rika-chan entered dressed as a shrine maiden, followed by members of the municipal committee. The elders all looked at Rika-chan and clapped their hands in praise. The only thing allowed to disturb the profound silence was the flash from Tomitake's camera. What's the big thing Rika-chan is holding? A hoe that used to be used for this festival. It's a sacred farming tool that only the shrine maiden may touch. It was an awkward shape for a piece of farm equipment, not uncommon for something used in rituals. Alright, that's going to be used for murder one of these days. After reciting a Shinto prayer, Rika-chan approached the pile of futons gathered at the altar. She swung the hoe skillfully, plowing into the futons. Each and every little movement of this performance probably had to be done in a certain way. Without a doubt, this was a ritual. What's next? Airing out the futons? She's purifying the futons, which sacrificially absorb winter's illness for those using them. So, when Kei-chan said airing out the futons, he wasn't completely wrong. Rika-chan's face was already dripping with sweat. That hoe was probably really heavy. She staggered side to side with the momentum of each swing. Satoko looked on, silently lending her support. Worried? Rika practiced every single day with that mochi hammer. She will certainly prevail. Satoko's hands were sweaty, and whenever Rika-chan started to sway a little, she held her breath. Why wasn't Mion a candidate to be a shrine maiden? It feels wrong having Rika-chan swing around something so heavy. If I'd do it if they asked, you know. And well, it's not something just anyone could do. That's true. Sky maidens need to be pure after all. Ah! Mion drove her elbow into my side. With the thud of the big drum, Rika-chan gave a solemn bow and descended from the altar. That triggered a round of generous applause. After the Shinto priest had raised up the cleansed futons like a portable altar, all the spectators stood up. Following after the priest, we all marched on a moderate pace. They descended the shrine's giant stairs in a line. What's happening now? Washing the futons in the river? Ahaha! Katanagashi means setting cloth adrift, you know. Procession continued right up to the bank of the stream. The fire was stoked high and it was bright as day here too. People started crowding around it and clamoring. Alright, get in line. Line up, Keiichi-kun. I wondered what was up. Maybe we'd get some holy wine? Red and white bean buns? Not food. I said it was cotton. Ah, but of course. They didn't call it Watanagashi for nothing. I finally understood. The municipal committee members pulled out the cotton from the inside the futons and balled it up like mochi, holding it out to people. Sorry about that. Then I dove into the line and brought out some for me as well. Then we proceeded to the bank of the stream. Since your first time, Keiichi-kun, just copy what I do. She held the cotton in her right hand and, waving her hand as if to purify it, she touched it to her forehead, chest, navel, and both thighs. A moment. Sorry, my little nephew came with a bunch of blocks. He's calling food, and he gave it to me on plates to eat. Very cute. Anyway. You do this 3 times and silently give thanks to Oyashiro-sama. Oyashiro-sama? What is that? The name of the shrine's god? Yes, it's the guardian of deity of Hinamizawa. It brings both miracles and curses. So you must be sure to show respect. That sounds like a pretty frightening god. But well, when in Rome, I was officially a resident of Hinamizawa now, after all. Doing as Rena showed me, I touched the cotton over myself 3 times. Thank you, Oyashiro-sama. Thank you, Oyashiro-sama. Oyashiro-sama. This way, all the evil that possesses you will be sucked into the cotton. Thank you, let it gently drift away on the stream, and you're done. Together, Rena and I set our pieces of cotton afloat on the surface of the water. Flowers of cotton bloomed in the water that sucked out all the bad illness from Hinamizawa and drifted out, disappearing into the distance. It was wonderful, like those floating lanterns festivals I'd seen on TV. The best part, though, was feeling like this rite of passage had made me a true resident of Hinamizawa. Higurashi when they cry. At first, I was a bit anxious. Flirting song was something I never even considered. Nevertheless, the anxiety then gave place to loneliness, doubt and more. And then the wicked murderous intent eventually took control of my mind. The boy took the first step towards an unrecoverable daily life, not even realizing that he was walking into the abyss. Onikakushi. A tragedy born from the desire to believe. Are those tears of repentance or tears of resentment? While staying off into the stream, I somehow got separated from Rena. Also, okay, that was creepy. I wonder. Is this one of those... Ah, the outsider has now done the purification ritual. We'll now use him as a ritual sacrifice. Still doesn't seem like it would be. I don't get that kind of vibes here. Wasn't very lonely though. I knew this place now. This is where I live. My home. It's probably better if I just stay here instead of wandering around aimlessly. Someone would surely find me when I was enjoying the evening breeze. Heard a familiar voice. It was Tomitake-san's. Head towards it. How did it go, Tomitake-san? Were you able to get some good shots? Yeah, fortunately. Tomitake-san was with a girl. I felt a little like I was intruding. How is it, Keiichi-kun? Oh. New sprite, new person. Huh. Quite like this version. Very nice eyes. And that green stuff with the... No. Cross? Did you enjoy the festival? The way she spoke, it seemed that she was a resident of Hinamizawa. I really should try harder to remember people's faces here. What was her name? Well, it was fun. My face wasn't giving away how desperate I was trying to remember her name, because she gave me a light-headed chuckle. Probably because it hasn't been long since you moved here. It's pretty hard to believe, seeing how friendly you've gotten with the other kids. If that's how it looked, it was probably all thanks to Ren and Mion. Perhaps you would feel more like a resident of Hinamizawa after taking part in the festival today? I wonder about that. Oh, that's not like you. I tried to get used to Hinamizawa, but there were still plenty of things I don't know. The face of people I'd met, for example. Things that had happened in the past as well. Oh, you feeling left out because of something like that? Not so much as being left out. Just, I'm not sure how to say it. The incident at the dam construction site. The fighting over it and other conflicts. The terrible incident that pretended they didn't even know whenever I asked and brought it up. Even though it was in the past, as someone living in Himizawa, it wasn't wrong to want to know about both the good and the bad that had happened here. If it will put you at ease, I'll tell you everything I know. Take-san's smile made me more relieved than I'd ever been. It was hard to think of what to ask when someone said, ask me anything though. Even when there was so much I wanted to ask. Then, could you tell me what happened when the dam was being constructed? It was a big incident where Hinamizawa was going to be submerged, right? I think the locals would be more knowledgeable about the dam than I am. Well, if you don't mind, I'll tell you what I know. Don't know what I read in the newspaper, though. Tomitake-san's eyes entered our unfocused gaze at a searching thought to his memory. Then he spoke. The decision to start the dam project was finalized 7 or 8 years ago. I heard it was the next largest project after the one in Kurobe. There were 3 major issues in Japan at the time. Growing in island transportation infrastructure, meeting the higher demand for electricity, and flood control. There was a boom in dam building due to the massive economic stimulus they provided on top of general electricity and flood control. Hinamizawa had the right conditions to support dam construction, so it was singled out. The dam reservoir would have covered quite a lot of ground where it was completed. The entire area right up to Higurashi, way upstream, would be underwater. But why did they have to pick a populated area like Hinamizawa? Couldn't they have instead picked a place where nobody lived? I'm not really sure why, but I heard that it was just the right terrain for building a dam. Of course, there were protests here in Hinamizawa. Rika-chan said that they had fought from the choice of words, I had guessed things had turned violently. It was a trial and it was brought up before the national diet. It was covered in Tokyo newspapers too. Myun had told me all about that as well. Sure, every resident of Hinamizawa had unified to fight together. The feeling of solidarity found here, which could not be expressed properly with mere words, was likely brought about by the battle. As a result, bribery and scandals were brought to light. As things got more and more complicated, they eventually halted constructions. If I wanted to know, now was my chance to ask. Certainly a bizarre incident that boys my age would be curious about, but a little shame for the fact I was petty enough to have my curiosity piqued by Renan Mion's refusal to talk about the event. I figured I might as well ask since I had the chance, just so I wouldn't stop thinking about it so much. There was a dismemberment, right? There was. Happened to be here in Himazawa at that time. I remember it well. Mitaka's answer was nonchalant, contested my hesitantly forced out question. It was about the time 4 years ago. It was the day of Watanagashi, if I recall correctly. Debate on whether to continue construction on the dam was in disarray. Scandals after scandal rocketed the project near the end. Nada bought trying to sell viewers. Let's ban that. The incident that was the final nail in the coffin was the dam project. A fight at the dam construction site ended in victim being murdered. During prosecution, the 6 assailants divided the remaining into 6 pieces and each hit one. 5 of the 6 criminals turned themselves in out of guilt, but 1 was still on the run. The right arm hit hidden had yet to be found. The major details lined up with what was in the tabloid I'd read earlier. It certainly was a tragic incident, but it wasn't so terrible that Rena and Mion needed to hide it from me. Guess they didn't want someone who just moved here to have a negative impression of Hinamizawa. I felt grateful for having friends who worried so much about me, as well as shame for still being so interested in it. It was near the end of the trouble with the dam, you see. So everyone was saying it was Oyashiro-sama's curse. Oyashiro-sama's curse, huh? Oyashiro-sama was the name of the god at the shrine that held the festival today, if I recall correctly. I see. The guardian deity rained divine punishment down on the evil dam construction trying to flood Hinamizawa. CG. Apparently the younger ones didn't think so, but it seems the elderly in the village never doubted that it was Oyashiro-sama's curse. The woman with Tomitake-san chuckled mischievously. Tomitake-san began laughing with her, was so infectious I ended up laughing as well. But I wonder about that. There are quite a few, I think, amongst the youth too. A few what? People who believe in Oyashiro-sama's curse. One's lips was still curled into a smile. Her expression turned stern. Then after that, it continued every year. Always around this time. Continued. What continued? Tomitake-san paused for a second, as if to build up some suspense. Then he whispered to me, as if someone might have been listening. Every year on the day of Watanagashi, somebody dies. Uh-oh! The year following the dismemberment on the day of Watanagashi, a man from Minamizawa who had supported the dam fell off a cliff overlooking some rapids and died while he was on vacation. Speaking of his wife, unfortunately her body was also never recovered. He supported the dam construction even though he lived in Hinamizawa. At the time there was whispers among the elderly saying it was Oyashiro-sama's curse. The woman chuckled mischievously. The next year, the night of the Watanagashi, the shrine Shinto priest died suddenly from an unknown illness. His wife drowned herself in the bog that night. Shrine Shinto priest? You mean he was from the shrine here? The woman nodded. There was a rumor amongst the villagers that they weren't able to quell Oyashiro-sama's anger. Then, the year after that, again on the night of Watanagashi, they discovered the battered body of a local housewife. A housewife? Till now, all the mysterious deaths were people involved in the dam or had connection to Oyashiro-sama. With that in mind, could the housewife have been involved in some way too? Exactly. The woman stated slyly. No, it was more menacingly. The victim's family, you see, happened to be that of a younger brother of the dam supporter who fell to his death 2 years before. The younger brother is still alive, it seems. It did bother him quite a bit. He moved to the neighboring town. For a while, I stood there with my mouth agape. The battle over the dam construction with Hinomizawa's future at stake, and the murder at the center of it all. That was all I knew. That was all I wanted to ask about. But that wasn't all there is to the story. Homicide, body disposal, accidental deaths, terminal illnesses, suicide, fatal beatings. Pretty level-headed person. Don't really want to believe in curses. But the freakish deaths happened every year on the day of Watanagashi, and all of them were related to the dam construction? It was easy to dismiss each of them as coincidence by themselves. But when you put them all together, dismissing all of them as coincidence would then defy logic. I don't believe in curses. Every single year on the day of Watanagashi, somebody or something makes it happen without fail. The woman chuckled again, as if she picked up on what I was thinking. Felt like she was saying, maybe there was. Maybe we've frightened him. Stuff like that. Felt embarrassed at being read so easily. I pressed Tomitake-san to continue, a bit of impatience and irritation in my tone. Then, someone died the next year, right? Who was it this time? No one. I wonder, who do you think, Keiichi-kun? The hell? The way he said it didn't agree with me. Sarcastic tone kicked me off. Not avoid the question, I'm serious here. Hey, calm down, Keiichi-kun. I realized when she tried to calm me down that I'd been panicked. We aren't trying to avoid the question, Keiichi-kun. It's just, when you say the next year, that's... today. That's today. When Tomitake-san hesitated to say it, she finished for him. Broke into a cold sweat. I really didn't like the direction this was headed. Nobody wants to speak of it, but they all think it's gonna happen again tonight. The festival was so cheerful though. Well, the victim last year, the housewife, was a non-believer. Turns out she didn't even attend the Watanagashi festival. There was a rumor going around that if you don't participate in the festival, you would incur Oyashiro-sama's wrath. Didn't you hear anything about this, Keiichi-kun? Never even heard a whisper of that rumor. Then the reason everyone was at the festival was they were afraid of the curse? I figured that must have been the reason. There were a lot more people at Watanagashi than usual. I guess everyone was just afraid of all. Of Oyashiro-sama's curse. Couldn't utter a single word. Your parents weren't there, right? This modern age. But we made progress in all scientific fields, shedding light on the unknown and misunderstood. Where black and white televisions had been eradicated and we've sent men to the moon. Even with all of these accomplishments, this can exist in modern society? Constant invitations were sent out to neighboring towns, youths, groups to help pad the numbers. But after the string of events, few decided to join. The municipal committee members were complaining about how hard it was to gather participants. Also, police are treating each case as isolated. I don't believe they're connected. But apparently, they sent quite a few plainclothes officers for security. I was gonna say, if this was kept happening, why aren't there more cops around? Finally being able to dawn on me why Rena and Mion were reluctant to talk. If nothing happened during Watanagashi, everything would have been over with and I'd be none the wiser. If nothing happened, all would be well. In that case, it would all end up being just crazy talk. I would have just pretended like I knew nothing from the beginning. Then they wouldn't have had to act like nothing happened. And we would have all gotten back to life as usual. Maybe it was just too much for him after all. The woman ran her fingers through her hair as she sighed. No, it wasn't. Not at all. I had tried to act strong, but then just served to emphasize how much the information had unsettled me. Just seeing how I looked, Umitake appeared to regret saying anything. Letting out a sigh, he then spoke, forcing an awkward, upbeat demeanor. Keiichi-kun, sure you don't believe in such things as curses? Well, no. If the cause of all the crimes were unknown, with the perpetrators and their methods all mysterious, then I could concede the possibility of a curse. But that's not how things are in reality. Police investigations have already uncovered the truth and perpetrators for all the cases. Hearing him say the police made me feel a lot better. It was perfect for repelling the word curse. The first one, the dismemberment, for example, told you, didn't I? All but one of the perpetrators were arrested. It's not a matter of time for the last one. The motive turned out to have been an argument they had while intoxicated. That's not curse. No curse. Don't you agree? I mean, yes, I fully agree. And I probably don't believe in any supernatural stuff like that. But it's pretty easy to say, like, oh, the god possessed them or acted through them or whatever you want to say. While true that, logic prevails here, you could very easily also make an argument for, well, it was actually due to magic. Which it's the whole point of Umineko, more or less, but oh well. That was true. If it didn't happen the day of Higurashi, I wouldn't think it was related to curse at all. The accidental deaths of the couple who supported them is the same. He was in a position that made others hate him. The police made a point of investigating from that angle. They concluded it was an accident. No foul play. But then both happened on the day of the festival, right? Hahaha. Just think about it, Keiji-kun. Do you think people with a lot of enemies here in Himizawa could participate easily in the local festival? It would be especially hard for them to be around during Watanagashi. They probably left Himizawa intentionally around this time of year to travel, don't you think? It wasn't a very clear explanation, but sort of understand what Tomitaka was getting at. So I pressed on earnestly, asking more questions so that I could convince myself. Then Tomitaka-san, what about the priest who died after that? The one with the unknown illness. That also happened the day after the festival. It's even easier to explain that happened to Shinto priest. Watanagashi is a really big event that happens once a year. It's probably from all the build-up stress. Or it might have been because of the pre-existing condition. It was an unknown illness. It's hard to believe that such a thing could exist with all the advances in medicine. Just an exaggeration. Rumors making rumors. Anyone would get worked up over having incidents happen 2 years in a row. Sudden death is quite unnatural though. Of course, the police ordered an autopsy because of the strange way he died, but there wasn't enough for them to open a full investigation, Turns out it was just sudden death due to illness. The priest's wife committed suicide, correct? What about that? But even I already explained that. Everyone was shaken up by the incidents happening for a third year. Those who had strong faith were quick to believe it was the work of the curse. Of course, that included the priest's wife. Apparently, they found a suicide note that said, something like, my death will quell Oshima-sama's anger. Well then, how about the next incident with the housewife? That happened the day of Higurashi too. The perpetrator had already caught and the case has been closed. Turns out it was just some nutjob trying to continue the legacy of the Hinamizawa curse. And then, how about the incident next year? Oh yeah, next year. Mitaka-san gave a hearty laugh. Nothing will happen. Not this year. It was never cursed to begin with. It's just that a group of people believed it. It was the explanation for a string of coincidences. Fair enough. And I have a feeling either we or Tomitake is going to die. Are going to die? My internal computer finally got itself back on track. I felt a bit embarrassed by how childish I'd become after losing control and panicking. I can see very clearly now that Keiji-kun really does love Hinamizawa. Even if Oyashikawa-sama curse actually does exist, I can't imagine that Keiji-kun will become a target. I felt very relieved. I should probably just forget everything I heard tonight. I'll greet Rena and Mion tomorrow with the same smile as always. They'd probably also like tonight to end without incident, so they can continue on tomorrow without having worried me. Perhaps seeing my changed attitude, the woman who had been listening stretched as she got up from the rock she was sitting on. Well then, I should get going. I should be getting back. Goodness, it might have gone on a bit too long. There were so few people compared to the crowd from before, could only make out a few groups of families enjoying the cool evening air. I looked at my watch. It seemed we talked for the better part of an hour. Didn't you come along with your friends, Keiichi-kun? Not going to look for them? Oh yeah, they might all be looking for me. Quite a scoundrel making the girls look for you. See you, Keiichi-kun. Have a nice night. You too, Jiro-san. I'll see you in a bit later. Tomitake-san seemed to be quite the scoundrel himself, so his name was Jiro. After dusting off her backside, she disappeared into the crowd of still busy cleaning up the shrine grounds. But did we ever get her name? Oh no, we just have woman. Interesting. Keiichi-kun! So sorry. Oh yeah, after this chapter's going long. After this one ends, I'm probably done. In her place, Rena came running. I could see all the others behind her. Speak of the devil. My bad, Kate-chan. We got so caught up in our discussion, I completely forgotten about them while caught up in my conversation, so we were even. My, so Tomitake was with you. This works out perfectly. We still need to settle the shooting gallery competition. Ah, that's right. So I guess I'm gonna end up dead last. In the end, after my dramatic victory, Vika-chan was the last challenger, but there weren't many targets left. The ones remaining were all tiny and difficult to hit. She did take her time and aim, but all 3 shots completely missed. She was to end up sharing the loser's crown with Tomitake-san. However, she did her little meeping cry in front of the owner, and he turned to mush instantly. She was given a pack of gums as a consolation prize. The methods were a bit audacious, but she did avoid being the loser rather magnificently. Bleh. Come to think of it, Mika-chan is quite a trickster. I have no idea what Keiichi's talking about. Now then, it's decided. Tomitake-san is dead last. Everyone cheered and applauded. Tomitake-san smiled wryly, slightly bewildered. So, Tomitake-san, are you ready? Penalty time! Oh, I completely forgot about that. You're too naive, Tomitake-san. This is why you gotta avoid losing in our club. Mion pulled a felt-tip marker from her pocket. Oh, it's that. Show him mercy, Mion. At least use a washable marker. A permanent one is too harsh. It just has to be permanent. Water-based markers would come off in the laundry. Whoa, what is this? Please take it easy on me. All of us pinned his arms behind his back, and Mion approached him with the marker in hand. And squip. But she didn't write on Tomikake's face. She wrote on the shirt he was wearing. You better have your big break this year, Mion. Rena took up the marker next. Show me your photos next time, okay, Rena? It's a little heartwarming, so I just had to laugh. This is more like a farewell card than a penalty. Oh, not as soft as the rest. I'm not as soft as the rest. I'll make sure it's a proper penalty. Dead last, Satoko. The next time, Rika. Here you go, Keiichi-san. Couldn't decide what to write, but based on what kind of penalty this was probably the most appropriate. Come back and play again, Keiichi. Jackerson was silent the entire time. At first, he was quite bewildered, but now he had a different look on his face. So I have to wear this all the way back to Tokyo as a part of the penalty? Of course, you gotta wear it all the way home. You could wear it when you come back. It would be nice. He appeared deeply moved. Embarrassment mixed with a wealth of other emotions made him turn a bright red. Understood. I'll wear this the next time I come here. I promise. Everyone cheered and applauded. It was the finest parting gift possible for a buddy heading out tonight. I saw the woman who was with Tomitake-san standing near the festival grounds. It seemed Tomitake-san noticed her too, and knew it was time to leave. Seems like your guest is waiting. Isn't it about time? Huh?
うん、
Yeah, it's certainly
そうみ
how
た
it
いだね。
seems. Nomitaka-san headed off towards her and seemed to apologize for making her wait. We all shouted stuff at Nomitake-san. Each time we did, he looked back and waved his hand. Eventually, he faded in the darkness of the night off sight. It was quite a casual farewell. This wasn't the first time any of us had seen someone off. They had done the same thing many times before.
行っちゃったね。
He's gone.
じゃ、うち
Well,
らも
it's
引き
about
上げ
time
る
we
かね。
take off too. I don't think anything will happen today. At least not to the main character. He did mention Mion told him something a few days later. So I expect him to live at least a few days. Rika-chan had to stay behind with the other committee members since they were having a meeting. Toko was tagging along with her. I headed back home with the usual suspects. The walk back was quite lively, with talk of the day's war stories. I should have done this, should have done that kind of stuff. Ren and I parted ways with Mion, and then I was just the two of us. Then we got to my house, and I parted ways with Ren as well. I'm a bit scared one of his parents is dead.
こんな時間だけ
It's
ど、
already pretty
一
late.
人で
Are
大
you
丈夫
alright
か
by yourself?
全
Yeah, I'm
然
perfectly
平気だよ。
fine.
近いし、
It's close.
走って
I'm
いく
going
し。
to run too.
変な奴がいたら
If you
大
run
声出
into
せよ
some weirdo, just yell.
出したら、
If I do shout,
助け
will
に
you
来
come
て
to
くれ
save
るの
me?
かな。
Maybe?
聞こえたら
If
な
I hear you. Oh, okay.
聞こえるくら
I'll
い大き
scream
な
loud
声を
enough
出
that
す
you
ね。
can hear me. Merrily spinning her arms around at high speed, Rena dashed off. She was fine. In that mode, not even an adult could stand against her. Rena's cheerful presence disappeared and finally became quiet again. The curse that not a single soul mentioned, even under their breath. The more I learned about it tonight, the more unsettling it became. It didn't show on any of their faces. They were probably all quite concerned about it as well. But if nothing happens tonight, then it all ends up being just crazy talk. Nothing will happen, nothing bad, nothing at all. What's wrong, Keiichi? Why are you standing in a place like this? Come inside, you'll catch a cold. That's my mom.
母さんは言った
Did you go, Mom?
綿流しのお
To the
祭り
Watagashi Festival?
結局、
In the end, your
お父さん
father
が起
didn't
きな
wake
かった
up.
行きそびれちゃっ
I
たわ。
missed it.
残念。
A little disappointed. Mom stuck her tongue out with a bit of an embarrassed look on her face. Uh-oh. The god is angry. Four. Alright, we're reading those four and I'm done. Few tips. Older couple's falling incident. From June 1980 edition. On the afternoon of XX at 2 p.m., office employee XXX had his wife XXX of Hinomizawa village in Shishibone Prefecture disappear after falling 27 meters from the observatory platform in Shirakawa Prefecture. Police and firefighters searched downstream and discovered the body of X at around 7 p.m. that evening. His wife X had yet to be found. The search has run into difficulties due to the effects of Typhoon Free from the previous day. It appeared that a railing from the observatory from XX's lean on had broken, causing him to fall. The groundskeeping staff was questioned by the police in regards to the facility's deterioration and if park maintenance was performed properly. Terminal illness of the priest. From June 1981 edition. The effects of X around 10 p.m. in X district of Hinomizawa village in Shishibone Prefecture. The Shinto priest of the Furuda shrine passed away after an existing condition. He was recovering from suddenly worsened. What? Parties close to the deceased said he was suffering from anxiety issues concerning the festival, which is to be held that day. Also, after X's death, his wife X went missing, leaving behind a farewell note. The police and local youth association continued the search. However, given the presence of the farewell message, the fact that the Onikakushi swamp is said to be bottomless, they have run into difficulties. But these are quick. It wasn't reported in the newspaper. Oh, it wasn't. Housewife murder. It wasn't even reported. Radio log. Okonomiya PS. This is Okonomiya station. Calling Unit 3. Unit 3, please respond. This is Unit 3. Loud and clear. Backup is sending your way. Hold position until further instructions. Over. Roger, Unit 3 acknowledged. Requesting no headlights. Requesting radio silence. Station, the doctor has arrived. They want to carry it away. That's the order. Over. Acknowledge. Lead to the doctor. Affirmative. Understood. Backup has arrived. Shouldn't we let them take a photo first? I think the Vic is done for. Uh-oh. If this is from today, it's pretty clear that a murder did happen, which I was expecting. But this is it. Chapter 6 is done. Seems we're doing 3 chapters per stream, which is fine with me. If I had to guess how this is going, 2 more streams. So next weekend, and we're done with the first one. Alright, that's interesting. So, mystery is deepening. I do wonder. I don't think... I mostly don't think Supernatural is at fault here. I do think it's mundane. But... let's just say the friend group is suspicious. Mainly because... well, first, the people with CGs always... with actual sprites are always suspicious. Second, I know from spoilers, some I've seen the anime years and years ago, and I know some people at least get murdery, but don't remember the context behind it. And third, the one person, was it Tomitake? Jiro? Did say that mostly only the elderly believe in the curse, but some among the young do as well. Seems that Ruri covered, since she's the priestess. It seems like Shion might, because she is also kind of connected, as far as I understood it. She at least got the shrine outfit to what's-her-face. Reina, I'm mixed on, but, well, she lives really close to the dam, apparently. And Sotoko, I guess she's Rika's best friend, so that would also check out in my book. Suspicious. Oh well, that's gonna be all for now. Next time, the next weekend, we are going to keep reading the story. I am very eager to see where this goes. Eager enough that I am lamenting that it's going to take a week to get back to it, but yeah, well. I'm also quite eager to get back to Terra Invicta for the other playthrough I'm doing right now. So I guess it is what it is. Anyway, thanks for watching, and if you watch this, no spoilers. See you all next time.